Guys, did you know you could pull on her cheek? Somebody on Discord mentioned, I was like, oh wow, you can! Whoa, that's really cute! Tongue cheek. That's adorable. Cheek physics. Hey yo, how are you guys doing? Sorry, I had to test it out. When I was posting the thing, I saw you guys talking about it. I was like, what? You can? Can you do that with everybody? Or is that just K? Do. Alright, I guess it's just K. Tug cheeks. So, that's really cute, guys. That's cute. Magical Reza, I don't have her. I just have K. That's adorable. Wow, super cute. Alright, I opened that just to test it out. How are you guys doing? Hey, wake up sheepies. We're gonna be working on commissions because I had foresight of the things that are upcoming, right? Because I'm making a prediction that I might not be able to stream tomorrow, and that's probably because I'm going to be out of the house in theory. So I need to get things done, and I know Monday is going to be barbecue day. I'm going to be cooking barbecue and doing things for other people. So I'm having some foresight right now to probably try to get ahead of the curve. The magic build? Ah, I usually go for a melee build in Terraria. I always enjoy doing melee. But how are you guys? What are you, a granny? I do that all the time though. I do that with my nieces and my nephews. This is why you don't want to meet Uncle Alin. I'm just an uncle. I have another, what's it called? I have another nephew on the way. Uncle Alan's on his way. Poopuki? Oh, I see. So let me go get some music on. I need to focus though. Oh, wait, I gotta get back to this client. I forgot to send them an invoice. Give me a second, guys. Hikari also had it. Alright, we're gonna be all over the place because I have a lot of things I need to finish up. And with losing a whole day tomorrow, potentially, I need to prepare for it. What should we listen to today? I'm enjoying the Final Fantasy 14 music. I've been enjoying the Final Fantasy 14 music. Or we can listen to Blue Archive songs. You know what? How would you feel about Blue Archive and we listen to that one song that plays whenever something silly happens? Well, I forgot what. Let's see. What's it called? Blue Archive OST. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? It's the one where that loops. Here we go. Okay. There we go. You guys ready to get your mind melted? We're listening to this. Wait, what happened to that thing? Oh, that's what happened. Hi. Alright, let me get things situated. Alright, guys. You ready to listen to this for the next 4 hours? Deltarune tomorrow? Is Deltarune coming out tomorrow? I'm not gonna be playing the game though. As much as I want to see what happens next in Deltarune land, I don't think I have the schedule for it. You're on Final Fantasy. Oh, Chapter 7, Final Fantasy 13. Are you still in the first game? Usagi Flaps? Yeah. This is the first song I've heard of Blue Archive. Deltarune. I think it's the 20th? Oh, yeah. Well, we'll see if my schedule opens up, but if it doesn't open up now, let's see. Let's see. You really like that last one? Okay. Okay. I can move forward with it and clean it up some more. Okay. I'm gonna kiss you, Demoman TF2. I don't remember Demoman ever saying that. Okay, so give me a second, guys. I do need to make I gotta write up this order invoice for someone. I'm gonna slowly get the bestiary and not losing entries. Alright, you know what though? If you're gonna... Oh wait, you're not talking about Terraria, are you? I was gonna say, if you're talking about Terraria, I was gonna say like in Terraria, you could always do journey mode and just collect everything. Speaking of like collecting everything, let me turn on the music. It's a little loud for me. Hopefully it's not too loud for you guys. I was considering like, did you guys see that what's that game called? Destiny 2 is on sale, $25 for everything. I was tempted to buy it because it's been a while since I played Destiny and okay, let's see message. Maybe we do Gotcha. Can do. There we go. Sorry, I had to send back messages to client. But I was tempted to try out Destiny 2. Has anyone here played Destiny 2 since it's on its death throw, technically? How is that game? I would like an order of 6. Okay. They got back to me with a message. So, what if I do then? I don't have discounts on bundles, but ordering more than one will come at a lower cost. There is also lower costs when you get bus that have the same pose but different expressions. Let me see if I go something like this. All right, let me go include a sample for them. Okay. Would be $10 each instead of 15. Sorry for... Okay. It's catchy. Why? It's so cute, isn't it? Didn't have a PS4 and didn't want to start with Destiny 2. The thing is on PC, right? Destiny 2 is on PC. I had a PS4 and I did play Destiny 2, but my account's stuck on there. But I won't lie that my account is so far behind that starting a new account might be better than like going back to my old account. I don't even know, like, especially since they sunset so much things, it's hard to even tell what did I even keep, you know? But I was tempted to play it because I was kind of like, I saw some gameplay footage and it was just reminding me of not like Destiny 2, funny enough. The reason I kind of want to play it is because it's like reminding me of Halo for some reason. And I kind of miss playing Halo. And I know I could play Halo 1 and like 1 to 3 again, but I kind of want to play something Halo adjacent, you know? Because I don't know if I feel like playing the Halo games again, but I do feel like playing something that's similar to Halo. Alright, so let me go ahead and... Actually, should we finish this one up? Because if I finish this one up and then I do the sketches off stream... Okay, pop. Okay, I could do this one. So, let me do this one. That way this one's done, and I could start like knocking this one out. Okay, so let me go pull out this clown design. Clown girl, so cute. The clown girl is very cute. There you go. It kind of reminds me of Camellia. Camilla? There you go. We'll work on this one. I was gonna work on sketches, but I think sketches will go faster off stream when you guys aren't distracting me. That way I can concentrate on the full cuteness of the pose. Alright, we'll go from left to right. But yeah, how are you guys doing today on this fine Friday, McFriday evening? Clown design? A picture of you? No, that's not me, chat. What do you mean we were gonna distract you? Of course not. In fact, I'm doing the forbidden thing. I normally put one headphone in. I'm putting 2 headphones in. That way the music consumes my mind and I just talk. That gear made of metal looks pretty solid. Colonel. That snake over there talked about Metal Gears. That pickle. That's a pickle, Snake. Snake, that is a pickle. I had all the items researched, but save us lost. Yeah, I feel that. I love doing like 100% completion runs, but it's always sad when the 100% completion run is stuck on like an older console. I think it's Sosti. Yeah, it's from Blue Archive. Okay, try and make sure I have the right pen. Can't hear us. He's got 2 headphones in. Oh no, Alan's gonna get hit by a car. Hypothetical. Okay. Well, let me go through this. But one of my clients complimented me because like I gave them a sketch this morning and they were asking for a rush order, of course. I gave them a sketch this morning and they approved it and I finished it like 1.5 hours later. They were like, wow, Alan, you finished that really fast. I think it came out cute though. Along with that, I finished another thumbnail. I finished the Fufu one. Let me guys show you the Fufu one. Because I can't help but be proud of it. Guys, 2 little Discord kids need their nitro. I like drawing for Fufu. Fufu is like a really fun client. She's always having like stupid ideas and stipulations for me to do. Kind of funny that people think of Iris with the Usagi flops when she wasn't even that volume until Usagi flops dominates. I see. I think it's because like people seen it with that one dance animation, so which makes sense. People tie things to each other like that. There you go. Speaking of which though, I've been like trying to like experiment with gacha games again. I don't know. I feel like playing something small, but at the same time I know gacha games aren't really the best game to play. Something to at least like eat up my time on the toilet. Because I'm tired of browsing Twitter. And I'm tired of doing Sudoku puzzles and crossword puzzles. I think I want to play a gacha game while I poop. I need a toilet game. But hey Sadix, how you doing? I was thinking about like, has anyone here played Stella Sora? The one that looks like Blue Archive, but apparently is like a action game, I think? I don't know. How's that game? I saw the designs look pretty cute. I want to install Blue Archive on my phone, but for some reason I'm just struggling to install it. I think it's just because the file size and I have too much things on my phone now. Haven't played it? I think there's a clip of the song authors apologize for not being Protect Rabbit Squad? What does that mean? Not being Protect Rabbit Squad. I think when I play Blue Archive it has to be on my computer now. Now that, what's it called? Now that I got it loaded on my computer, it's gonna be on my computer. That way I don't have to take up too much space on my phone. Also, for some reason, when I loaded the game on my iPad, the game takes forever to go past the loading screen for some reason. I don't know if that's the same with anybody else. I haven't loaded on my phone in a while, so I don't know if it's the same on the phone, but it's kind of wonky. It's the Rabbit Squad song? Yeah, Usagi Flaps. Okay. There we go. We're just gonna focus really hard. I'm gonna lock in, as the chat says, right? Watch as Alin Laphel locks in and just draws as fast as he can. I need to try to get as much as I can done within the next few hours. Because I know later tonight I had to go out, and then who knows how long I'm gonna be out for. And then after that, tomorrow I might be out, and then Monday I'm not gonna be able to work. So unless I, like, on Monday, like, I could barbecue, hypothetically, and, like, draw at the same time. Barbecuing is, like, a kind of a passive thing when you think about it. The only problem is that my tablet's gonna start smelling like a barbecue meat. Which can be a pro or con, but I imagine oils will get on it. Like, even in official stuff, the barrel bath has the background. I see. I think that's the one I'm looking at right now. The one with the extended music, the barrel bath in the background. But yeah, I was thinking of like try to play something else while using the bathroom. My poop game, you know? That way I'm not just doing Sudoku and crossword puzzles. Does your tablet get hot? Use that to barbecue? Yeah. You're gonna barbecue your tablet? Look guys, I need to keep drawing. I'm made of drawing. What made you draw in the first place? You're really good at it? What made me want to draw in the first place was I always wanted to kind of like... starting off, I really liked games, right? And I really wanted to work in the game industry. And I thought like, oh, I could be a coder, right? Or I could do the fun part and I get to draw the characters. So growing up, I wanted to be a graphic designer because I was like, oh yeah, video game graphics, lol. I won't lie, Mama Sheep and Papa Sheep were disappointed in my decision because they were thinking I was going to become a doctor. And I had the intelligence to become a doctor, but I chose to be a graphic designer. And it turned out when I went to college, graphic design was actually focused on, you know, logos and stuff. Found Stellasaur to be a bit too long, play-wise. I mean, my question is like, is it easy to jump in and out, like do one mission and leave? Feeling that? They're gonna slap the tablet out of your head? I probably will. They're gonna tell me not to draw and cook at the same time. But usually the thing is, when I'm cooking, I'm just browsing my phone while I'm waiting for the meat to cook. You know? Because I don't cook at a high flame. I always cook at a low flame. Let it sear, let it cook through, and then like turn up the flame later, and then sear it on the outside, right? Give it a nice crisp outside. We have a lovely community. We support Alin the ship. Oh, I appreciate it. Yeah, I appreciate that everyone supports me. I won't lie that, like I said, it's thanks to you guys. And I'll keep saying that it's thanks to you guys that I'm here today. Right? But I went all over the place with what I want to do growing up. I wanted to be a artist though. I wanted to like make characters and make games, right? But sadly the game industry is very competitive. The other thing too is that they have a specific set of skills they're looking for. Like even though like people like my drawing skills, it's definitely not industry standard, you know? So I don't think I'll ever be able to get a job in the industry for character designs or graphic design or anything like that, right? But I'm glad there's a place for me on the internet, which is doing dumb like commissions for people. The thing is like a roguelike mode. You have to run and make teams to make. Okay, so it is like one of those things you have to do a team building thing, right? I'm noticing a lot of games are having that. Like, I'll just for a simpler way to put it, the Uma Musume journey kind of thing, career, where you had to like go through a roguelike mode to give your character stats. I'm noticing more and more games are doing that. A specific set of skills, yes. If you look at the industry of what's it called? They want you to be good at everything. Like not only just character designs, they want you to be good at like world design and stuff like that. You're pretty much going to be concepting everything. And on top of that, you have to have a very specific kind of style that's like, you know, very, very specific kind of style. Just get a sheepy to create a game and use your art, yeah. And that's the thing, I don't have a really high render style. Way too long for me? I'll give it a try then. I like that actually. I like that in Uma Musume. I like that in not Stella Stellar. I like that in Star Savior. And I like that in Zero Nightmare, where it's like you have to build up your character. I'll give it a try then. I'll take a look at it. Do they have it? It's on the client. Is there a PC client for it? Gambling Horse Edition, yeah. I like Uma Musume. Maybe I should try Uma Musume again to see if they increase the quality of life of the game. Because honestly, like, the only thing that was holding me off from playing a lot of Uma Musume was just how long careers take. Even through skips. But if they made it like a faster way to do it, or like increase the speed of it, I'd probably come back to it. Because I miss Rice Shower. I miss my There we go. Pretty sure that if I ever make a game, it'll be a pixel style. I know how to do pixel art though, so that's another thing I'm able to do. I just noticed the flaps are on the top part of the head. Okay. I think pixel art though is a very well liked thing. I played it on phone. I'm gonna say it's much faster than Uma. Is it really slow then? I'll have to see then. Because I do want to play something that's a little bit more active. Like active gameplay, but that way it's something I could jump in and out on the toilet. The only thing is though, like I can't finish a Uma Musume career in one sitting on the toilet. It's not like I'm there for like 15 to 30 minutes, guys. I just need something like I could do one mission, jump in and jump out. And then maybe like even like pause it. And it's just moving the skills. I mean, that sounds fun. Let me guess, no water? No, I forgot that. I forgot to fill up my water bottle again, guys. We should have like an alert on my Discord, like, Alan, fill up your water bottle before stream. Okay. I will never remember to fill up my water bottle. I just want to die, guys. Just kill me. I was wondering though, I think I was like looking at the gameplay and I was wondering if the attacks are auto. And I was thinking like, is it more like a Vampire Survivor kind of game than it is actually like a Diablo kind of game? But I'll see. I really like the art style of it, and I think that's like the thing that's drawing me into it. The art style is really cute. It's very cute and funny. I think the person who did the Blue Archive art also did art for them too, right? You can even have it auto move. I see, it's auto attack. Okay, so it is kind of like a Vampire Survivor roguelike gacha game. Interesting. Well, she has a mole on her right breast. Interesting. The things you notice when you have to look at someone's character sheet. Okay. We gotta draw fast though, chat. We got 4 of these to get through. I might be able to finish it though by the end of stream. Like, look at it. I'm already this far. Only 18 minutes in. I got distracted slightly though, chat. That's not my fault. Okay. Do you think this is bannable? Do you think if like a Twitch mod comes in, they'll be like, ban this man? He has booba on stream? You can't ban me for this. The thing that killed my enjoyment was the fact that I could only pull one real team. How do you mean by pull one real team? Do you mean like they don't give you enough rolls, or do you mean you just got unlucky? Or do you mean that like they don't give you freebie characters? Yacht? Damn. No, down, Sorty. It's not my fault that VTubers, just by nature, a lot of VTubers have a very attractive design, chat. That is not me. That is not a me thing. That is everybody else. It's not my fault, chat. But this is a very appealing design. I do think it's kind of cute. Okay. I didn't notice. To make a team, you need to have 3 characters of the same or worse option, one of 2. Interesting. So it's not like other games where you can mix elements. Because I noticed that with Blue Archive that I don't necessarily have to. I don't have to necessarily have a team full of heavy attackers. I mean, technically, some of them have better synergy skills, like swimsuit. What's her name? The lazy girl, lazy swimsuit girl, and she increases like red potential or something like that. Action bar. Okay. Did they not even give you freebies of like a one of each element? You can mix elements, but you can get a roguelike gem. Hey there, Red Bull! But the skills you get in the roguelike give you elemental damage? Okay, so if you mix elements... Okay, I see. Well, isn't team building like... Is everybody a DPS in that game? Or do they have roles? Right? Because you, as long as your main element is the DPS, your main DPS element is the right element, then it should be fine, right? But not enough? I'll have to see. I'll have to see how the game goes. Especially doing the weapon banner thing. Is the weapon banner required? Like it's one of those things? Or wait, is it a weapon banner or is it character banners? Are like the characters free and you have to roll the weapon banner? There's been an uprising in clown VTubers. Have you guys noticed that? Not just me, right? Weapon banners are just unit Ligma? No, I'm talking about in Stella Sora, not Blue Archive. Because I wanted to give Stella Sora a try, because I've been meaning to try it back when it came out, but I just haven't gotten around to doing it because of everything that's been happening. So that's why I'm kind of curious what the game is like. Okay. It's either that or I played Destiny. The range in the games between Destiny 2 and Stella Sora with the cute and funny. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna buy the $25 deal. There we go. I'm really surprised nobody in my chat played Destiny 2, actually. The story was like literally discount Blue Archive at launch. So do you play a Sensei then? There are character banners and music discs that use for stats. Okay, interesting. So there is a character and weapon banner. I feel like that's a standard at this point. The whole idea of like disc drives. Never played it? I'm really surprised. Like, it seemed like there was a lot of people like excited for Destiny 2, but not a single person in my chat seems excited for the Destiny 2 thing. I kind of want to help them though. I kind of want to help the Destiny 2 like players be able to keep their game somehow. I don't know. Like, if I could like play a little bit and it just helps their numbers and boost them up to, you know, potentially keep the game, I don't mind doing something like that. I heard it got better, but I quit at that point. I see. I'll check. I'll take a look at the game. I always like treading old games. They won't keep the game. They probably won't. But at the very least, if it maybe like helps them think about Destiny 3 or something, I guess that'll be good. But yeah, I think the thing is like it goes. I think the Destiny problem goes beyond just the fact that they're closing the game. I think there was a lot of technical problems with it. That's what my guess is, and part of the reason why they decided to drop Destiny 2. You will probably guess I'm not interested in the game. Is that a Destiny 2 profile? I don't know what that picture is from. Hydrate? Let me go. Oh. 1 second, I'm getting a call. What? 1 second. I don't recognize the number. I bet it's spam. I am tired. This damn AI keep calling me. Like, it keeps calling me like, you have to renew your your application. But I've renewed it like weeks ago. But it keeps calling me to renew it, and it's like, it's the same thing, and it's like, give me your social security number and blah blah blah, right? I am tired of this damn AI. Like, if it's a person, it'll be a lot easier to explain to them, like, hey, this is this, but they keep on calling me back over and over. I don't know what to do about them. And the thing is, though, they still haven't like accepted the application thing for the thing I was doing. Oh, that reminds me too. I had to do something for a friend later. Oh, so much to do. I sure hope you're giving your ID. No, I didn't give my ID. I said they were asking me, like, I was gonna like talk to them on the phone, but they were like, give us the last 4 digits of your security as well as your driver's license number and all that stuff. And I was like, I'm not 100% sure if this is a scam or not, so I'm gonna just apply online and go straight to the website itself and do it myself, right? But they keep calling me. Let me go check really quick. Let me go check really quick if they like approved it or anything, or if like I had to do anything else, because like, why is it they keep calling me? Block their number, but it's an important number that they had to reach me in case things happen. Yes, send me an email to my phone, my liable phone or email address. I haven't been playing. No worries, don't worry about talking much. I don't mind if you guys have me in the background. It's suspicious at least. I don't think it's suspicious, but I think it's just the AI that's not registering that I've been submitting this. I already submitted it later or before. Let me see. You have 10 days. Yes, I've already submitted things. What do you guys want me to do? Yes, you are eligible for said program. Okay. Chat is in your imagination. What do they want me to do? Maybe I'll have to call somebody or like send a message to someone just to see like if there's anything they want me to do because they keep calling me. Are you like 100% sure it's real? I mean, it's a government website, so I'm pretty sure it's real. That's why I went to the government website. Is that Camellia? No, this is not Camellia. I can't say the VTuber name, right? They don't mind me drawing them, but they have to be confidential. So you'll see them in the future. Also, I can't hear you. Oh, am I talking and you guys can't hear me? Is it the music? It's Palmy. Yeah. Palmy from Fortnite. They want the funny numbers on the back of my credit card. No audio for me? Oh, okay. Well, I will mouth it out to you. I'm doing American Sign Language right now. Alright? Let me do American Sign Language really quick to Asher. Okay? Okay. Okay. There you go. This is how this fanboy arc. On the YouTube side, there's no audio? Wait, has it always been like that? Wait a second, has it always been no audio? Or is it just because that it was muted during that and there's like behind slightly? Huh? Can you guys not hear me on YouTube side? How are you guys talking to me on YouTube then? I went into the YouTube stream and I can't hear anything. That's weird. I have audio? Do you? Check your ears really quick. Plague, check your ears really quick. Ears checked. I can hear you on YouTube? Huh. Maybe your YouTube is acting up, Asher. Sometimes it happens. But yeah, this is a confidential kind of commission, technically, but they said I could work on stream as long as I don't say who they are. So, I had to keep it confidential, chat. Maybe it is. Okay. And do not guess. In fact, you probably would not be able to guess who this is. Oops, I know this VTuber. I don't know if you know them because technically they haven't re-debuted yet. So, so they're technically not streaming yet. I think you need to compensate Asher. Alright, check your mailbox. You have like 30 more proxies in there. I would have guessed Camellia. I think it has a very like similar design, but I think there is some difference to it. Right? Like Camellia is more like an imp. This one's more like a clown, like a gesture. I don't know who, and I don't really care enough to figure out. I get that. Same Camellia was my guess. They have very similar designs, but I think the gesture look is a little different. Unless I'm wrong, is Camellia is Camellia like supposed to be a clown too? I've always thought she was more like an imp, like a succubus imp. I could be wrong though. I haven't seen much of Camellia's stuff outside of Twitter. She's a clown outfit? She's a clown VTuber? Is she? I thought she was a him. Am I wrong? Let me see. Imp clown? I thought she was just imp. Let me see. Camila. Imp is just a race? Wow, that's pretty racist. Sorry. Oh, yeah! I can see what you guys are saying. I didn't know. Interesting. Like, I just seen this outfit right here. Not this one. Where is it? Not the one where she's naked. I saw this outfit, and I thought, like, there is, like, that kind of gesture feel, but I could also see it just being a general imp, right? But then now, like, I seen this one. I could see what you guys mean. Also, the hair is surprisingly the same color. Do you think they were done by the same artist? I think it's done by a similar artist. I think she rebranded. Camila? No, I think Camila didn't rebrand. She's still herself. I didn't get a commission with Camila. Okay. Okay. 1 second, my client got back to me. Just as a heads up. price will look as follows. Base 30. Additional 5. Okay, 5 times 15. That's 75. Okay. And the total is 30 plus 75 for 105. Would you freak out if they were the client? At this point, I've been working with a lot of big VTubers. I don't think the only thing that would be freaking me out at this point is if like Mint Fantumi reaches out to me and message me, or someone from Hololive. But I think like the shock factor is like, oh my gosh, I'm working with said VTuber. I think it's kind of like, what's it called? Kind of past me. I'm numb to the experience. Not to say that I don't like appreciate them, but it was exciting at first. I plan to calm you up. I look forward to it then. Okay. There we go. I'm glad I'm getting a lot of work though. I appreciate it, guys. As usual, my daily appreciation smacks you in the face. I appreciate pays you for art. I'm gonna eat it. What is he gonna commission me for? Like, of all people, I would not expect Vinny Vinesauce. In fact, Vinny Vinesauce has like free art technically, because Vinny Vinesauce has his own like gel brew or something like that. His own brew. Wait, I just noticed she has something on her neck. Interesting. I'll keep stuffing down your throat some art. Which is interesting. Like, the thing is, like, maybe if I ever get like enough work, I do know a colorist that I can hire to kind of increase production value, and they're not the most expensive person, right? But it's still like, the thing is, we have a difference in currency. They're Australian and I'm American, so my American dollar goes a long way for them. So I was thinking like, it would be interesting if I could hire them as a regular colorist. Alin becomes AI. Not AI. What is this, mute? What? Am I mute? Wait, am I mute again? Hey? Hello? Hello? Am I here? How are you guys talking to me if I'm muted though? I do think she's what inspired me. Yeah, I'm excited mid. The thing is too, Mint has been asking people like to see if anybody was available to draw a drawing really fast. But I won't lie, when I saw like everyone that's volunteering, I was kind of scared to volunteer myself because I was like, oh, I'm not good enough yet to be a Mint Fantumi artist. But I was tempted to put my portfolio there, but I said like, no, not yet. My time isn't now. Volunteer coward. No AI production, don't worry. I don't think I'll ever, no, I won't ever go to AI. That's the thing, because like, I enjoy the process of drawing. You aren't muted? Okay, meant the drill scar. Oh, is that what it means? I wonder if they are mute actually. Wait a second. That's an interesting aspect I didn't notice in the design. There we go. That'd be interesting to do as a VTuber when you think about it, like a mute aspect to yourself. Embrace the freak. I don't mind being freaky and trying all sorts of freaky things. I've already done it for Fufu. Have you seen the latest Fufu commission? Discord kittens. My little Discord kittens. We need your nitro. I love Fufu. Fufu's so silly. Maybe make a lot of Koharu art. I was thinking I could. Please be uncle. Not enough skin. She's trying to be a Discord cat girl, chat. Also Frankie. Frankie's in that picture. There we go. But yeah, I did say like how recently Cha-Cha has reached out to me, so I can't wait to draw a Cha-Cha's thumbnail. I had to finish that one by next week as well. I have a lot of work to be doing, so as much as I want to play a game this week, I should probably focus, because tomorrow I'm gonna be gone, maybe potentially, and then Monday I'll be gone again potentially. So I need to go ahead of. He's gonna draw mommy. Yeah, I'm technically gonna draw actual mommy. You know what's interesting though? Like, okay, I know there's like this weird kind of pre-notion in the VTuber sphere that like bigger VTubers are very snobbish or something like that. I don't know. I've been seeing people talk about it, right? But honestly, every single bigger VTuber I talk to have been very friendly and kind behind the scene. I think that's a nice thing that maybe it's just like on those things because I'm the artist and they have to be nice to artists, but still. Every like client I had has been very polite. I haven't had a bad I had only one bad experience. Everybody else has been really good to me. You're the most selfish of them all. I know, because I keep on drawing. What name to give my maid cafe? If you want to make a maid cafe, you can always call it Fruity Delight. Like the Asher's Fruity Delight. Delightful Maids. I think that one's actually taken. I think that's actually a cleaning service. But you know what? If I dive more into Blue Archive, I could do more Blue Archive art. You know? Now that I'm trying to like Blue Archive and get into the game, right? I can justify myself drawing Koharu. I mean, if they reach out to you, so the dynamics can be different. I guess that's true. But I think in general though, every client that I've worked with has been very, very polite. I don't think there's any client outside of that one that hasn't been polite. Even Sorty has been polite? Yes! Even Sorty. In fact, Sorty was super polite when we first met. When he was first ordering things. Sure, now, like, you know, he's a little, you know, all over the place. But Sorty's very polite. She has. It's a game. It's just I want to give name suggestions. Oh, it's purely for streaming. That'd be a really fun idea. Collab with a mate. I saw that! Mint is like something. I don't know. I really enjoy Mint's presence, and honestly, I like to aspire to be kind of like Mint. You know, silly, quirky, fun having, right? Someone that could cheer you up on your worst days. You know, I wanna aspire to be something like that, Mint, right? And I don't think I'll ever have VTubing as my main like stipulation career. I always want to have art be the main thing. But if I could do it on the side and just like have fun with it, I think that'd be nice. I love Mint's content, I do. Do you miss Old Sorty? No. Here's the thing, like, I think being polite's good and all, but as soon as you start knowing somebody, it's better to start acting more casual, you know? That's why whenever I talk to clients on VGen, usually the first message is 100% polite. I try to be a lot more polite. But then, like, after the first few messages, I start, like, I start using emotes. I start doing like silly faces. I start making jokes. Because I think the key thing to especially a client and artist relationship is being able to talk to them like casually. Because most of the best ideas come from a, you know, a similar mindset rather than a stuck-up mindset. Okay, Stinky. You don't have that permission. How much do you know about Sorty? Not a lot though. I mean, the thing is, like, it's just like everybody else on the internet sphere. We're all, like, we could say we're friends on VTube or online, but to say that we're, like, real friends outside of stream is not really a thing I could say, because you guys don't know my favorite color. Do you guys know my favorite color? I mean, even bad people can polite. That's the thing, though. That's why, like, first impressions are kind of, like, important, right? Because, like, you can really sense a lot from a person depending on your first interaction with them, you know? And sure, they could be bad the first one, or they could be polite the first one, but you could see like the contrast between like their first action and their second action, and you could see like, you could tell like the type of nature people would be. I'm a chaos gremlin in my nature. I think we're all, like, I think being a VTuber is just being a chaos gremlin, honestly. Green? Ha! No, my favorite color is actually orange, guys. I can't believe you know nothing about me. You guys been watching me for so many years and you never noticed the orange motifs on everything I do? Grabs you by the throat and throws you to the wall. How could you? Smashes you down. Sad that friends has lost all meaning. I think the thing is, like, a friend is different to everybody, right? To me, I think a friend is someone like I can trust to a deeper level. And I usually call everybody else kind of like acquaintances. But I don't think I use it in a negative term, right? Like, even though I think you guys are acquaintances, I still like talking about silly things and stuff like that. But I will never like divulge to you like, oh, here's what's happening in my life and I need your help, right? I would say we're more on acquaintance level, like as if we're co-workers or students in school and just casually talking every day, you know? I haven't made any VTuber friends yet because a little bit by social anxiety and I'm an outgoing introvert. I get that. And I think that's the thing. Everybody has a different definition of friendship. But for me, like, I put everyone, I wouldn't say like, I don't mean it in a mean way, but I do keep everybody at arm's length, right? VTuber friends, clients, right? Chat members. I always try to keep everyone's at arm's length because even though we talk a lot, I don't know you fully and you guys don't know me fully, you know? So I'm not going to tell you my credit card number no matter what, chat. No matter how much times you ask, I'm not going to tell you my credit card number. I think it's good to have boundaries and I'd be able to identify where you stand with people. That way you know like how your relationship is, because that's where parasocialism comes in, when you don't have a clear understanding of who you think is a friend. Cheer people up on the worst days. Aww, I appreciate that, yo, saying that. I'm glad that she's better though. That's really good. Acquaintance. It's okay though. It's okay. Don't think it like negative. Like the only way we're gonna be friends is if we actually like meet up off stream and I tell you all my problems and you tell me all your problems and I know your favorite color. I think that's very important. Knowing your favorite color, chat, is a very important thing about our friendship. The hell was Past Sortie? Past Sortie was like, hey, I'm looking for a commission. Do you think you could do it? And then you were like, I'm looking for this and that. Okay. Time to mob up at Alin until you accept friendship. Yeah. Again, I don't know you and you don't know me. Yeah. And it's not a bad thing, guys. That's the thing too. Like, it's not necessarily a bad thing to just be acquaintances, right? But I think the thing is like, I think it's just partially me too, but I'm very selective of my friends, right? Like people that I can trust with information. Because I won't lie that like, there's a lot of crazy things happening in my life and I don't want to burden that onto anybody. You know? That's a burden I wouldn't wish on anybody. That was like pre-streaming era, yeah. See, yeah, I told you, you were polite long ago. First step is going to Alan's booth in a con, yeah. Men can be best friends with someone in one meeting, but that's very unlikely. I wouldn't even say it's unlikely. It's very easy for people to become friends, really, right? But to be like true friends is a different thing, right? Like, for me, I guess you could say my thing is like a true friend versus like just someone I, you know, talk to. I guess the easiest way to describe it is like that person you played with on Xbox Live. Yes, I'm that old. Would you be able to trust your life information with them compared to someone you met, like you're friends with since high school? And that's the kind of things I think about to kind of like separate the idea of a true friend versus just acquaintance. Not real friends. That's true. I mean, technically there is a real friendship in there, but it's not like the deepest of friendship. Trust them with my life, yeah. So, but yeah, I think the thing is too, other people have different definitions. So don't let my definition rule over your definition. If you guys have different ideas of friendship, that's good. I think it's good to all have your own values and just don't listen to people online, right? Very important. All my friends online, all my friends online because I'm a shut-in. I don't leave my house, so I'm usually online. That makes sense. I think that's the thing too. It's hard nowadays. What do you want? A polite sortie? Simply fighting back? No, I wouldn't want a polite sortie. Only because of the fact that non-polite people tend to push me a little bit further. When people actually tell me like something's wrong with the art and I have to try to figure it out, I don't mind that. That is to say, don't like look at every little piece of my like artwork and like point out everything wrong, you know? But things like say like, hey, this is like a little off, can you fix this? I don't mind that. And I know there's a lot of people that are way too polite to tell me that there's something wrong with my art piece, but I am open to like critique and let me know if you guys need any fixes, you know? For $5, we're best friends now. If only we could buy friendships like that. Alright, am I missing other aspects? I'm missing her band-aids on her booba. Okay, and I'm missing her mole. Okay. And I'm missing the stripes and the shading on the chest. Did you saw the massive flaw? Yeah, I did saw that actually. I haven't had a chance to reply, but I saw that. And I know what caused it, so I'll just have to... I could fix it for you one day. And I know you said you didn't want to fix, but it's just gonna be one of those things not super high priority. Got my refill. Congrats! You know, I always wondered though, like, after listening to people's stories online, I always wonder if I have ADD or ADHD. I keep bringing it up with my friends, but they keep telling me, no, Alan, you don't. Considering my workflow. They're like, Alan, you're too focused to have it. It was a funny fix I saw. Yeah, I had that. Like, it was because when I had to redraw it, I had to turn off the outline layer. I feel like the Aristotelian definition. What's the Aristotelian definition? I have both ADD and ADHD and autism. Ah, I think a lot of people LARP. I think that's the thing too. Sometimes they're too general with the definition, and some people just like get it. Some doctors just throw it out there everywhere. So, oh, interesting. I never heard of something like that, but that's interesting. Art of Alan's calm at the pub from Thank Goodness You're Here. Thank goodness you're here? What do you mean? There we go. Okay. And we'll add shading here. Oh, I read that. I'm very high functioning. That's good though. I think that's good that you're high functioning. My nephew is actually autistic, and he's not actually high functioning, but he's still young. I think the thing is like I still have high hopes that he'll still live a normal life because he's still like pretty much like 4 or 5. So even though he's not functioning the best right now, in normal circumstances, I think he still has a chance. Not like to the hot level of other people, but I would say to the level of like being able to just like hold a job or something. Because my friend has a brother of the similar spectrum, and I know they're kind of functioning because they're they have a program for him and everything works out, and I can see that working out for my nephew as well. But I will still show my nephew all the love in the world, because even though he is on the spectrum, he deserves as much love as his brother does, It can be hard too, and I don't know if he acknowledges like I love him that much, but you know what, I'll still try my best to make sure that he knows that I love him. Man, why am I so sappy? I'm so sappy. I don't know, I'm silly. I'm a very silly person that's full of heart, I guess. Stay home and do comms. Actually happy to be able to live a normal life. That's good. It's hard to hold a normal job. I think the thing is you just haven't found the right job for you, It just takes time. Silly little guy, hopelessly romantic. Yeah, I kind of am. I'm kind of hopelessly romantic, and I like to think the best in the world. I like to think that everything will always work out well. Hopelessly optimistic. Or as some people online like to put it, I have toxic positivity, guys. Shoots you with toxic positivity beams. I lose non-stop. ADHD makes it hard to differentiate someone. Oh, interesting. Because like the reason I was thinking about it, like whether I was on the spectrum or not, was because I saw Jaden's video about it, and then I was also listening to Crony talk about it too. And it's actually interesting to hear both their things, because like things that like Crony said, like, oh yeah, drinking coffee and still being able to fall asleep right afterwards is a sign of it. And that's me. I could drink coffee and fall asleep right after drinking coffee. I was like, uh-oh, that's me. That's 100% me. I'll shoot you, foe. For being sad, stop being sad. Punches you in the face. Which is your better definition of the spectrum? I get that. I think it's just the world is still discovering what it means. I would say like everything's still early, right? It's only just recently when you think about it that they're starting to acknowledge everything that's related to it, That's me too, yeah! You wanna get an art job? You should. It takes a lot of work though, but you have to, doing art, I would say, is just as much work as a regular job. Maybe even more so, since you have to wear many hats. Unless you're working for a company, You are resistant to coffee though. Is it resistant? Or is it the spectrum? Question mark, question mark, question mark. This is like the kind of look you would get in Darkest Dungeon when you run out of sanity. Or my night coffee? I like a night coffee too. Like, okay, back when I was on the cruise ship, my favorite part about being on a cruise ship wasn't like the party and the light night stuff or nightlight stuff, right? Or just like doing things late into the night, like dancing and stuff. My favorite part about being on the cruise ship was that I just go to the coffee machine, I get a coffee in the evening, nobody's there around me, right? I just sit on the deck, right? In the darkness of the night, pull out my iPad, I just draw a bit, drink some coffee, and just stare out at the ocean. That was like my biggest enjoyment in the cruise ship, away from everything in my own little world. I don't know. There was something charming about it, and I kind of want to do that again. He's addicted to drawing. They were just sketches. They were just sketches, right? But it wasn't like pressure to do like commissions or anything. It was just like me just getting better. This was before I had my art style that I have now, so. Would it even change if you were diagnosed? No, but I would like to know. You know, it's one of those things that I'm kind of curious. Even a cruise ship, he's still on the grind. Because back then, I've always been grinding art. Like, here's the thing, guys, you don't know. Like, I may look like I just came out of nowhere and just got big at art. But no, I've been grinding art since, I want to say, 2015. Right? It's only the last few years that I've gotten bigger with it and people started seeing me. But I have been grinding art for a good amount of time. So when they say it takes a good amount of time before you actually start growing as an artist, they're right. Keep grinding, I am. You want to have eventually your own style. It comes with time. And I think that's the thing. Being an artist is 100% not a race. It's a marathon. If you keep up with it, you will get better at it. Maybe good or bad. I see. I mean, I'm still kind of curious. I'm really curious if it was the case or not. Because, like, I won't lie. I am starting to look back at things, and I think everybody's right. The level of, like, workitude that I do and the amount of, like, focus that I have can be a little abnormal. So I'm kind of curious if I am, like, somewhere on the spectrum. The dedication to the grind is a little fervent, if I had to say. But as my friend would say, we all have a little bit of tism in us. You know, we're all a little bit of tism. Glad to keep on drawing, improving our skill. That's good. Keep at it, right? You may not be able to see the results of it soon. Who knows, maybe within like the year or so. But as long as you keep at it, you will get better. Psychologist, yeah. We all are, I say, yeah. We all have a little bit of tism in us. That's what my friend would say. And I think that's true. The question is, which tism am I? Which tism represents me the best? What kind of tism do you have? Do you do? Was sense to stay here, but sadly I have to go. No worries. If you need to go, just you gotta do your thing, you know? To know. Oh, I read that. So. But I think it's interesting. As the world continues to grow, I think the thing is like, you know, we start defining things more and more into categories, and who knows, maybe the categories will get better and then like more accurate and stuff, but gotta work with what you have. You got firearms and acrylic keychains? Oh, tism. Happy Pride. Happy Pride. It's Pride Month. Also, men's mental health month. Make sure, men, you take care of yourself. So, celebrate both, chat. I'm not just saying that because I'm a man, and I also have mental health problems. Look, I may not, I don't know if I'm on the tism scale, but I do know I have mental health problems at the very least. I'm not afraid to acknowledge it. My streaming and drawing is just my escapism, guys. Been diagnosed because they mask so hard. I can see that. That makes sense. I think it's one of those things that, like, depending on how you treat your everyday life. I think that nowadays especially, like, I think it's more important than ever to consider your mental health, you know? Do you ever take care of yourself? I do. Like, the thing is, like, outside of, like, eating a balanced diet, I've been trying to meditate more recently because I noticed that I've been actually very high anxiety and stressed recently. Not because of the stream or my commissions, but because of other outside factors. And I realized that's been causing a lot of, how should I put it? Body stuff? Like things that I would notice. Like, you know, like, okay, I don't know if you guys noticed this too. Okay, don't look at her butt. Okay, don't look at her. Let me get a, no, not this one. Give me a second. Let me draw a different thing. Like, I noticed this too, but on a daily basis, I feel my head scrunching into itself, right? I could feel like this top part scrunching into itself, right? And I've been like trying to take some time, at least 5 minutes, like in my break, to just kind of close my eyes and kind of let it relax, right? That way it's not so brain cancer. No, guys, not the brain part, but like the muscles up there. So I've been taking more time, and I could feel myself too. Like sometimes I would have my throat feel tighter than usual, and I know why. I think it's just anxiety over everything in the IRL stuff, right? But I've been taking more time to just meditate and kind of relax my whole body. Your baby face is about to become really old really quick. I don't know. I hope not. Here's the thing. I've not been one for looks, right? Because I'm not like the most handsomest person, but I take pride in looking young. I was actually I've been kind of considering like picking up like one of those Korean skincare, because I remember my university dorm mate. They would like have a whole routine to it, and like at first I was thinking like that's interesting. I wonder if I'll ever have to do that. But now I'm kind of worried. I kind of take pride in my young look. I may not have a girlfriend or anything, but I kind of like looking young. Funny enough, I don't want to look young or for a girlfriend or anything, but just so I feel better, you know? I feel if I like look older and I didn't take care of myself and like all that stuff, I probably feel worse. The thing is, I don't really do any skincare or anything like that. I know there's like a whole routine for it, and my roommate did show me it, and he uses it a lot. He was a Korean exchange student, and he told me how like in Korea, like skincare was very important, and like how guys had to do it and everything, right? And it wasn't like, you know, like putting up makeup or anything. It was like lotions, face washes, and things like that, right? Could be stress killing you. It could be, honestly. It could be just stress killing me. I'm just dying slowly, guys. And I won't lie that I have been very high stress as of late for a lot of different reasons. But I'm doing my best. I just need to take some time to meditate. Maybe I'll try drinking some tea. I usually just drink coffee, which is technically a stimulant more than a relaxant. Number of times my issues were caused by stress and anxiety, yeah. I think that's the thing that's gonna probably be the worst of me. Like, I eat a healthy diet, I try to take care of myself, I go out, get some sunshine, I try to exercise, which is just walking right now. But if I wasn't just walking, I would use my dumbbells, you know? I try to keep myself healthy because I don't like going to the hospital. So, you just have to empty your mind. No, yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do. I've been meditating on it. Right? Sometimes I'll just relax on the couch and just like close my eyes and just let my body just slack. Right? I think I notice it most at night when I'm about to sleep and I just let my body slack. I could just feel it physically, my body completely like being like relaxed. Always recommend yoga. I should try yoga. I think yoga might be fun. Do you put at least sunscreen? No. I get sunburned like crazy sometimes. I don't put sunscreen. Maybe I should. Actually, now that you said it like that, summer's coming up, maybe I should at least put sunscreen. I gotta look young, guys. I gotta keep looking young. That way people are like, oh, are you a college student? Oh, I thought you were in high school. Hee hee. I take pride in that. Do it? Yeah, I would recommend it. Yeah, I'll think about it. Maybe next time I go to the Walmart and stuff, I'll buy a good sunscreen. The thing is, I probably want a sunscreen like lotion combo, but the thing is, like, I don't like the feel of regular sunscreen. I don't mind lotion because lotion just sinks into your body and like becomes one with you, but sunscreen you physically feel on top of you, right? I wish that it just absorbs into my body. For that not just exist, yeah. I think that's the thing. Meditating is actually good, and it's hard to know because it's like you think that like, oh, you're just closing your eyes and stuff, but it actually does relax your body, which is very important. Sunscreen is kind of bad. I think it depends on the application of sunscreen and what you're using. Then a ton of sun. No, the thing is though, I think a ton of sun is much worse than sunscreen. Because there's a lot of problems that come with it. Oh no, oh no! New song! Oh, I got a text message, okay. Gotcha. Can we listen to Gigi sing? Let me see. Let's go back to Blue Archive. We gotta keep listening to it. Alin Tomato fell. Do they have like a 10-hour version that never ends? I mean, I said less bad. I mean, I think the thing is like less bad and bad is, I guess you could say, but to acknowledge that something is bad makes it like less positive. Can't get away from the student, I guess. You know what I mean? I would still recommend people put sunscreen, especially when going outside, right? And I get like sunscreen is probably not the best thing for your skin, but I think it is better than going to the sun. You know, it's very important. I was at the sun today, yeah. Your sunscreen, yeah. There's something like sunscreens. It just depends on the sunscreen, really. But if you're cheap like me, right, and you have to get the cheaper option, Alin Cheapafel's here. Alin Scrooge Laphel. Pinching every penny. Better to lotion than skin cancer. Mm-hmm. You put on the blue archive OST? Sure. I use banana boat spray, a certain variant. I forgot what I used, but it is just the generic brand from Walmart. Let's see. This one has like, let's see this one. This one sounds cute. Let's just put the whole OST, okay? oh, this song. We should listen to this loop, actually. Let's just have this on a 10-hour loop. There we go, 12 hours. I like the thumbnail for this one too, because it's just Aru on front and it's just a big explosion. See, there you go. This thumbnail is 10 out of 10. The Aru theme song. You know what? I like Aru for that sheer fact that she's just so gap boe, right? That's why I really like Aru. My joke didn't work. It probably went straight over my head. I sometimes took a bit of sun while lying on the ground like a lizard. It is nice to be in the sun too. Like the thing is, like, it's still important to be in the sun too, right? You just have to find a balance. Just like all things in the world, overabundance of one thing is bad for you, right? Too much water will kill you. Too much sunlight will kill you. Too much food will kill you. Too much You'll love the characters in the game. So far, I like Koharu too. I can see why Mint likes Koharu so much. Koharu is just pretty much pink hair Mint. Has anyone reached that limit of what? Being in the sun too much? Yeah, it's called skin cancer. Too much Alin would also kill you. Daiba Gunan? I mean, have you seen the episode of Futurama? Death by Snoo Snoo? Death by Snoo Snoo! Yeah, too much Alin would kill you, I would say. Because you might follow my advice and then realize that I'm actually bad at giving advice. My bad. I think they have in Pompeii. Oh, it actually happened in real life? That's crazy. Okay. Man, this is like a distressed look. People apparently like it when I draw them shocked. The number of times I draw people shocked and distressed. I could count on like probably all my fingers and all my toes. Something about me drawing them shocked and distressed fun. Sunlight is just radiation, pretty much. Put me under the microwave, Doc. I got this. If I could stand the sun, I could stand the microwave. Ah! Snake! There you go. If you didn't understand the reference, no, I didn't understood the reference, honestly. What was that reference to? The Pompeii thing? Okay, let's get some hair in there too. You know what? It would be. I'm thinking about like Minecraft now. It would be kind of nice if in Minecraft I can play it on mobile. I was actually considering, like, since my birthday is coming up soon, right? I was thinking about getting that 3D set for myself for the 3D body tracking. But I was also considering, like, instead of that, what if I just buy a gaming laptop? Something for myself rather than something for stream. And just play Final Fantasy 14 and Minecraft on the go. Including the one is a volcano. Oh no, I know what Pompeii is, right? And I didn't know, like, I don't know what, like, the whole thing by Gooning to die in Pompeii. But I thought there might have been a story related to it. Oh. I see. I see what you... Okay. Let's see. 1 second. I got a message on my... what's it called? That I might have to call someone really quick. BRB? Alright, I'm back. Poor guy gonna die from thirst. got grab water while on that phone call. No, it wasn't something big. It was just something I had to affirm. But that's a very unfortunate set of pictures. Welcome back, thank you! That's a super unfortunate picture, honestly. Kinda sad that Koharu didn't appear in the Summer Sky wishlist, but at least got to be in the Summer Ruins event. I don't know what that is. I'm not that deep in the game yet, right? Get 2 laptops, double the draw, and double the burnout. I was thinking about that too. The thing is, like, some people are asking me how am I, like, able to draw so often and so frequently, and I don't know how to answer them. Being seen 10,000s of years. Do you ever get, like, the feeling that, like, something like that could happen to you? Like, you never know when there's a natural disaster in your life and it just catches you off guard like that? One of the events. Honestly, it's sad that oh, I read that. I'll just see. I haven't gone too deep into playing Blue Archive again. I'm still trying to just figure out what to do in Blue Archive and trying to, like, level up and stuff. Takes place in the middle of Volume 3. Interesting. There we go. Okay. But I'm trying to, like, I was thinking about doing, like, a Blue Archive stream, either, like, reading through the story or just, like, playing through the game, and trying to just, like, I'm gonna call it, like, the Learning to Love Blue Archive streams. I think it'll be interesting to give a try. Chat, I don't understand stream. Chat, is Koharu real? Is she being real for now? Is Aru actually real here? Is she really this dumb? Sufficient progress? Oh, nice! How far did you get? I'll stretch myself. I think it'll be an interesting set of streams, that's for sure, right? I don't mind doing just story streams. I mean, Andy and Lele is technically a story game, and Final Fantasy 14 pretty much is a story game, so it'll be interesting to try. And like I said, I think Blue Archive is one of those games I had to learn to love. You know? Same way I had to learn to love Final Fantasy 14, I had to learn to love the Blue Archive-y. There you go. Basically, the old events that already got a rerun get archived permanently. Do I lose out on the items from the reruns though? Or the archive ones? Like, say, like, there's a character there. To get their ligmas, right? To get their ligmas, do I have to just use my regular ligmas I get from gacha now? Because I kind of want to invest into Koharu's swimsuit. She is kind of cute. If you love Final Fantasy 14, When are they gonna make Final Fantasy 15? They need to make Final Fantasy 14 too. X2. You can use expert permits? What's expert permits? Still same chapter, kind of long one, I see, for the bestiary. You're very dedicated to the cause. I like that you play your games like that. I like to do that too in my games. I like to do all the side quests. I don't usually do the bestiary stuff, but I like to collect all the side quests and unique weapons in RPGs. Okay. Let me look at her hands. There we go. We'll see. Like I said, Blue Archive I'm still in the air with. I had to still try to learn to love it. It's a currency you get from daily missions instead of XP when you're level 90, so I'm very far away from that. I think I'm only level 55 or so. So wait, are expert permits you could use to get characters, or how does that work then? Can you use the Ligmas from there to get characters? And can you unlock every character then? Because if so, then that just makes it just as free to play friendly as Limbus then. Because then you could just grind to get your characters. I don't know how much expert permits cost, or how much expert permits you need to get a Ligma, but it'll be interesting to see. I'll have to see. Ligma ball. Honestly though, yeah, I'm kind of excited for Final Fantasy 14 on the Switch too. Because it is like being able to play Final Fantasy kind of portably, but I'm still weighed over if I really want to get it to pay the subscription fee or not. Because I know I'll have to pay the subscription fee, but it's in the shop tab. You can't use them to unlock limiteds. Okay, but you can still use them for every other character then, right? Like say, Tracksuit Yuka and Tracksuit or Pajama Yuka. You just have to read the permanent event. Interesting. Gonna see my grandma. I've been doing going some days. That's good. It's good to spend the time with the family members. Honestly, no, honestly. We have to go back to Tomodachi Life one day. Because I haven't been able to do Tomodachi Life because I've been just basically focused on drawing. Trying to get things done. But as soon as I can like lax on the drawing stuff, I'll probably bring up the Tomodachi Life game again. And we still have to do it on the like Fridays and Wednesdays. It's just every day's busy right now. It's probably because it's summer and everybody wants to do something with me. When did I get this popular, honestly? Honestly? No? Honestly? We miss our idols? I do miss the idols. And I still haven't drawn them yet! I want to redraw them! The whole point of this was to bring back the idol gimmick. Only for limited and Royal Flush students? That's interesting though. The fact that you could get limited units like that is pretty good. Because that's the same thing with Limbus. You could just like grind and get all your characters. And if you could do the same thing in Blue Archive, that does make it very free to play friendly. Because I think if a game allows you to get units without having to pay the gacha, I think that's a very good system. Even if you have to like get to the highest level and still grind, that's much better than paying money. I wonder if a laptop could handle abiotic. Speaking of which, I was kind of like tempted to come back to abiotic for this Sunday stream, because I know we still have to finish it and all that stuff, but I heard that they added pet mechanics and that sounds kind of fun to do. But we're still in the security sector. I think we're coming up to the security sector soon. I'm gonna need my pet to bark at it. You can't get them from the shop? I see. I see. Interesting. Still though, having the access to all the characters would be really nice. Yeah, a lot of stuff. That's pretty cool. I really like Abiotic. It's just I haven't been able to get back into it because of everything that's happening. But one day we'll play Abiotic again. I know they announced their first like expansion. Did they call it expansion or did they call it DLC? Because I don't know if it's gonna be just a small DLC or a big expansion. After Abiotic, let's come into Terraria. Yep, we still have to do that. I'm reading the events, but you can't level them without Ligma. I know, DLC. Ligma. I don't know, I have like 9,000 Ligmas. But I don't know if I want to use it to spend on characters that are like technically event characters, because our event characters any good. Like I feel like I should spend my Ligmas on the what's it called? the limited characters more than event characters. You know? But at the same time though, I kind of want to level up like Swimsuit Koharu. She's very cute. Yeah, 9,000 is as much as you think it is. That's why I'm saying that like I only have 9,000. And that's why I don't want to spend it on welfare, or not welfare characters. Did they call them welfare characters in Blue Archive too? The freebie characters. Waiting for Terraria. I love Terraria. Yeah, I think Terraria will be fun. I can't wait to the community Terraria because I think more people have Terraria. It'll be interesting to see everyone with different jobs. Okay. I love a job system in the game. Okay. Did Terraria announce another final DLC again? Another new finale? I feel like the thing is Terraria is always gonna have its next final update patch. This is it, chat. This is the actual real finale update for Terraria. It's kind of sad that they never went through with Terraria 2. Yeah, I knew it. Like, it would have been really cool to see what they decided to do with Terraria 2. There was like another Terraria game that we were making too, like Terraria Outlanders or something like that. Definitely not Enrico, but like that one I think has also been scrapped. They just kept on going with Terraria, which I guess makes sense. They're just importing all the content they made for other things for Terraria. So, but Terraria really is that forever game. The game that refuses to stop updating. Which is kind of crazy when you think about it, because like Terraria kind of outlasted Destiny 2 and a lot of other live services games. And I guess like, you know, different genre, but I think the idea still stands here that Terraria still gets good updates and all this stuff, despite being a one-time cost. Thing is though, I don't think people talk about the Terraria multiplayer as much as they do like say Minecraft or Hytale multiplayer. Hytale mentioned, guys! There it is! I wonder why Terraria's multiplayer never really kicked off though, compared to say Hytale and Minecraft. Because I know like both Minecraft and Hytale have a really big kind of multiplayer server community kind of thing. But when you think about with Terraria, I don't think I've ever seen people talk about a server in the same light as like Hypixel or give me a Terraria, or what's it called, a Hytale server. Outlast the world at this point. I know the world comes to an end, and then Red will still put out a update patch saying like to celebrate the end of the world, we're adding a apocalypse event that only happens on full moons. I can see that happening. The world's coming to an end outside, one last update patch. And then afterwards too, when everything's over, it's like to celebrate the rapture. We decided that we're gonna add this to Minecraft. Gotta say though, they're dedicated to the cause at the very least. As of now, the things gem staves are being reworked to be more unique. Oh, early game weapons. That's good. I know they like changed up the swords, and that's kind of what makes me want to play the Terraria update. I heard the sword update was really fun for warriors, and I love using melee weapons. Okay. You know, I was watching a video talking about passive incomes, right? And one of the things they said about like passive incomes is how they get a lot of their money from Twitch subs. But then I was thinking about like how much money would it take from Twitch subs, or how much subs would it take from Twitch subs to kind of sustain a person in a way, right? Because they said like, I think it's like 40% of their passive income comes from it. And I think 40% is a pretty good passive income. But that's a lot of subs when you think about it. Like, okay, let's do math, right? So say the cheapest sub, which is the one that everybody gets, is around like $5, right? I don't know how much the sub is, but it's around $5. Most people get only 50%. Like I only get around like 50% of it. So technically I get only $250. So every one sub is like technically like $250. So in order for you to get like say an actual like livable wage of it, I would say you would need like 1,000 regular subs. I mean, not like a livable wage, but at least like a passive income wage from it that could add on to your regular income. You would need like 1,000 subs for like 2,500, or was it maybe 500? Right? Did I do my math right? Yeah. Like 500 might be a good amount, but I don't know how many people actually have 500 subs on a regular. Especially since, like, you know, subbing is not like the most popular way people support each other. I don't know actually. Do people like to use bits or subs? Twitch people, quick, tell me, do you guys like subs or do you like bits more? Imagine you live in a country where you could live off $50 a day. I guess that makes sense. I think America is really expensive, which may, but then again, like that doesn't explain like how there's a lot of VTubers in Canada. That place is like stupid expensive compared to America. Most excited for the Century thing. Oh, that sounds pretty cool. Now I was just thinking about like how much money it would cost and how much subs you would need to get, but maintaining like 100 subs is a very interesting thing, right? Because like if you maintain 100 subs, that's $250. If you maintain 500 subs, that's around like $1,000, right? 1,000 something? 1,500? I don't know. 1,000? I don't know. I'm doing the math in my head, and it's not mathing right. But it seems really difficult to get that many subs. I could barely see only 10. The most I've seen was 10 subs. So when you think about it, that's only like $20? Not like I'm complaining about it or anything. Like I really appreciate it. But at the same time, I don't think I could ever see Twitch as a livable income because of that, how hard it is to get subs and stuff and regular income from it. Ad revenue would add to it. But the thing is, ad revenue is very, very low. Like I think for people who have ad revenue, I think it goes up depending on how many viewers you have. But if you are like say a average channel that just gets around 20 viewers, I'm just doing the math based on mine, right? I would say I got like 7 cents from you guys watching ads, right? So we multiply that by like say 10, I would say that's 70 cents per ad. And if I run only 3 ads per stream, that's around like $2.10. And if I stream every day, $2.10 per day times 30, that'll be like around $60 a month. That's way less. Yeah, I don't really get much ad revenue. I think there's a way to actually get more ad revenue, but you have to play more ads for it. Like ad revenue is definitely very low. The only way you get a lot of money out of ad revenue is actually if you spam a lot of ads and you have a lot of viewers at the same time. Literally live in the most expensive part of America. I guess that's true. But even then, like, okay, let's lower the barrier to entry, right? Living wages. What if you lived in an area where you could survive off $1,000, right? If you're gonna live off $1,000, you still need to have, like, if for your passive income, right? You would still need to get at least, like, say, maybe 500 or so for it to be considered a good passive income. So if we divide that by 250, that's like 200 subs or something like that. And if you have like a lot of followers, I wonder how much of that would actually translate to subs. I guess that's why people have subathons. How often do normal streamers have subathons? Maybe that's the thing too. I think the thing is too, a lot of people who are like streamers, they stream for like 8 hours a day. And I wouldn't mind doing this 8-hour stream. It's actually like not the hardest thing for me to just yap and do stupid things on stream. But that definitely does get exhausting. And I wonder if that would affect the amount of subs you do get in. I don't know. It was something I was just thinking about. I was just thinking about it and just like looking at numbers and trying to think about like how much would you need to survive off of Twitch income. I wouldn't mind having a Twitch sub income. I think it will like always just make things comfortable and I could use it for other things. But I know it's like one of those things that's really, really hard to establish as a passive income. Or even a main income, really. It's interesting. It's like an interesting line of thought, you know? But I was thinking about that too. I was thinking like maybe it would be good to move out of the expensive part of California into a cheap part of California. Or maybe Arizona, right? Arizona's pretty nearby. It's just as hot. It's a desert. I can die there. Some days harder than 9 to 5. The fact that some people actually think this is mad. I think the thing is, there is some truth to it, because like if you're trying to do a stream and be like if you're trying to be a stream and try to be like how should I put this? If you're trying to be the most efficient streamer and you're trying to actually do everything yourself, then yeah, because you have to wear multiple hats, right? Especially if you're not like a big streamer. I think even for bigger streamers, it can be sort of difficult. I think bigger streamers have it easier compared to smaller streamers, but smaller streamers who are trying to make a living income off it, I could see that being harder than a 9 to 5. In fact, I would recommend just do a regular 9 to 5 over becoming a full-time streamer. The only way you actually do like become more comfortable is when you don't have to worry about all the marketing and all the advertising and all the negotiations that go behind the scene, sponsorships and stuff like that, PR. And I would say that too as an artist, because like as an artist, I technically have to do everything myself. I do all the PR stuff, contract readings. Like usually people are like, oh yeah, I'll have a lawyer do that, or oh, I would have a manager do that. But usually when you're small, you don't really get that opportunity. So that's why I do think it makes sense for the 9 to 5. But usually the people who say that, posture check. The people who say that are usually the people who just like want a game and just play video games on stream. But being a content creator is more than just playing video games on stream. A lot of people do just do video games and react on stream, but it is definitely more than just doing that. At least if you want to be a good content creator. If you just want to like do it for fun, or if you're just doing it because of the lols, yeah. It's interesting. It's interesting, right? Because I think that it is underestimated the amount of like marketing and things that people do. There you go. Look at her. She looks like she's about to have a breakdown. She's just like me. Breakdown, breakdown. I'm gonna do it, chat. I'm gonna have a breakdown. I'm gonna freak it on stream and get canceled. I think the thing though with like how difficult streaming or art can be though, it is very fulfilling. Being able to be your own boss, being able to do your own thing, being able to set your own schedules and figure out your own stuff. It's a very fulfilling job. And I won't lie that as difficult as it is to keep up with a schedule like this, it's probably the most liberated I feel. You know? I think that's the nice thing about it. She had hands in this one? No, she didn't. I was like, why didn't I draw the hands in the previous one? About staring your swimsuit? I would say it's up okay until 3 stars and gets insanely expensive. But what if I want her gun? What if I want her gun? What if I want my Koharu swimsuit to actually be a usable unit and have a gun and upgrades? Having to do a lot of bits of content creation means that you learn a lot of different skills. You do actually, and it's very applicable. That's why you see people who become like managers, and some people who become like what's it called, into different types of fields. Social media managers, things like that. Glad you enjoy it. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. I wouldn't trade it in the world, honestly. I don't think there's any job I felt more like this is me, right? You know that one meme, like this hole is made for me? From Junji Ito's book, right? This hole is made for me. This one? That's literally me, but with art, right? I feel like this with art. This Manager Esquire! I feel like this job, this whole thing with just doing commissions and stuff is literally me for real. This thing is made to me. These commissions, doing commissions like this is made for me. She was used for any boss. It's not about her being used for any boss. Just because I want to use her. She's cute. Koharu. I get that though. I missed the event, but I must pay the penalty. You must pay the toll. Give me a second. It's interesting to think about though. I think I'm hitting self-actualization. Grand Assault user pulls units. I think it's interesting though, like when I think about it though, if my job asked me for different types of drawings, like for example, if I was working for a company and they want, oh, she has a beauty mark there? I didn't notice. If my job wants me to draw like say animals all the time, I think I would be miserable. I wouldn't like art as much. I know that's how with some artists too. Like some artists get burned out of the industry. I think the thing is too, like it happened a lot in a lot of gaming companies where a lot of talents get burned out because the amount of workload they put into it. If one thinks Alin pulls units for bosses, they think wrong. Yeah, I just pull units. I just pull units. The thing is too, like when it comes to boss fights, I just use the units that I feel like using for the boss fights. Like, oh, I need somebody that could do this. Okay, they're not good, and I'm gonna use them anyways. You should see my star rail. Alin just pulls units. Yeah, gotcha funds never stay with me. I come to the acceptance like, you know what? I'm not gonna be holding because like there's gonna be a time where I just quit the game and the gotcha funds just go. I don't keep it for anything. So that's why I just like spend as if there's no tomorrow. I use all my gotcha funds because I know I'm gonna drop the games usually eventually. Need for raid and event stuff? Oh really? Oh yeah. Nowadays when I play gotcha games, I just spend all my gotcha funds. It's like, yep, just gonna roll everything. I'm not saving because I don't think I'm going to be playing this game long term. And it's true! It's true! I don't play any gotcha at this point long term. And even if I did get back into a gotcha game, like, I probably will still just spend funds because I don't think I'm gonna... I've never been one for meta, and I do actually like the challenge of using weaker characters to beat content. It's actually a surprisingly fun challenge, and it was like one of the things that I felt really bad about Granblue and I forgot what other game I spent money in. But once you start getting like the stronger characters and it makes the content a breeze and it's easier and stuff, it becomes less fun, you know? Having to work with the units that you have and the characters that you have is actually a surprisingly fun challenge, you know? Being able to like try to like tickle your brain, trying to figure out like what can I do to compensate for my lack of this character. I thought you meant to up for a relationship? No, just like for, what's it called? I mean, I guess for the relationship rank too, but just for the fun of it. What if it's a cute girl come out? The thing is, if it's a cute girl, I'm gonna still completely roll my funds. Usually for a cute, or not cute guy, usually for like male characters, I'm a little more restrained. But like if I feel like rolling is like, I feel like gambling. But if it's like a male character, it's like, maybe I can hold off for a bit. Especially if I have said male character, right? Like if I don't have said male character, maybe I'll do like 1 or 2 pulls and then it's like, okay, I'm not getting them. I'm not gonna try anymore. They had their chance to join my team. 3-star can just work for general usage. I see. But I like their guns. I want the best for my girls. Even if I don't use them in raids, I want them to have their cute little gun. Only the best for my students, guys. There we go. How can I say I love them if I can't even get their guns? It's time for me to get more Ligmas. Cute guys, I see Alin. No. I'm sorry, guys. It wasn't a Freudian slip. It was actually just a slip of the tongue. There we go. But I noticed a lot of gacha games. I forgot what game I was listening to, but it was a game I was listening to, and apparently like the director stopped putting out male characters and just put out female characters. I think it was Brown Dust, wasn't it? I think it was Brown Dust, right? Like there's a collection of male characters and 5-star male characters, but after a while they just completely stopped putting out male characters and it's just females now. Men don't want men, yeah. I mean, some men do, but I just found it interesting how like Brown Dust did that. I didn't say it. You did. I just found it interesting though how like they did it. You play gacha games, yeah. I think that's the thing. Everybody has their own interests, and I think there's some gacha games designed for it. But I won't lie, I do like a game that has a balanced cast, right? Where it actually does have male and females, right? I like to collect the female characters more, but I do feel like the male characters kind of flesh out the world more, you know? Because just having a female cast can also like, you know, pigeonhole you into like, oh yeah, every character, every person that you interact with is a female, right? But I do think like having other characters in the world helps with like world building and like giving like meaning to the things that happen around you. At least that's how I feel about it. I think a good example of that was like the Neptunia games, right? I wouldn't want them to have a male character as a main character, but having male characters in the world interact with the characters, whether they're villains or not, does add more to the story in the world, you know? Come back to Limbus. That's why I always find it funny when like when a game has only female characters, but they have to have only female characters everywhere. I think wasn't that like Love Live for a while? Love Live had that where like they would not have a single male character. That way the characters don't interact with it anyway. Because like Love Live was kind of crazy. Because in Love Live, when Love Live collaborated with Granblue, the community was freaking out because of the memes of Gran hanging out with the girls, and they even had to put out a notice saying like, "Hey guys, we would recommend you play as a female character to enjoy the Love Live experience." But a lot of people made the meme. Let me see, Granblue Fantasy Love Live meme. And then they have like Gran just like crossing his arms in between all the girls. It's like, yes. It's just, it's so stupid. I love it. Let me see if I can find that picture. But there's like a picture that I really like looking at because it's so stupid. But it's just like the girls around Gran, and Gran just has this like smug, this smug smiling face as he crosses his arm, and that upsetted so many fans. And the girls are like just around him doing their regular poses. Yeah. The whole thing with the girl frontline thing and Tiara Fantasy. I get it though. Here's the thing. I think games should design themselves with their audience in mind, right? So if you want to have just a female cast, I think you should do it from the beginning. And I think it's important that games establish that, you know? Because they need to know their audience, right? Not to say like, oh, to upset people or anything, but I think a story suited better for the world that you have designed would work a lot better. Like Granblue was designed with a balance of male and female in mind, right? So that's why they do it really well. You have your male cast that shows up, you have your female cast, right? But games that like Blue Archive or Blue Princess Connect, they stick to their lane and just have like the primarily female cast, you know? I don't think those games should change. I think the people should respect the boundary that the game set, but I do think the game should set that boundary immediately, you know? Like don't have a mixed cast like later down the line that would cause some problems or things like that. I prefer both male. I do too. I think a world is more developed when it has like both female and male characters. That's why I really like Granblue's cast a lot. Maybe it's time for me to come back to Granblue. Maybe it's time, you know? Maybe it's time for me to return to Granblue Fantasy. Like, I need to say like, this is my Granblue Fantasy, Alin. Does that mean you will be replaced by a woman? Guys, let's be honest. I would probably prefer to watch a female VTuber over me. If I was in your guys' seat, I would actually be watching myself. This is the part where he goes like bass. 10 times, yeah. It just takes too much time. Does have male characters, they're just inhuman. Exactly. Hate himself. It's so win-win in my book. Yeah. Hydrate. I think that's why I don't also make a very cute, or not cute. I don't make a very good VTuber because I don't like watch male VTubers. I prefer you watch you though. I appreciate it. I don't watch male VTubers, so I don't know what the male VTuber meta is. So I don't really follow the meta. I just do my own thing. Like, here's my thing with the streaming thing. I don't want to be the best male VTuber or the most popular. I just want to like have people who enjoy me watching me do my thing more than anything. The femboy meta. We're never gonna hit the femboy meta, chat. Actually, is that the male VTuber meta right now? Is it the femboy meta? Is that why you guys keep telling me like femboy? We're totally different. They are. They're 100% different, right? But I should have done I should like do research, see what like male or people like in the male audience and stuff. Femboy is just funny. No, it is. It's 100% funny. I find it really funny. Oh, I see. You just find it funny. You know what? You might like it. We should do like research to see what is considered the male VTuber meta. I'm not very on research about it. I think it's always fun. Like, it's always just fun to do like a little inquisition. Not the word I would use for it. Inquiring. Because it's always interesting to see what other people are doing. Time to game the VTuber system. Alright, chat. Then we go make a video. So like, I spent 1 month pretending to be a I spent 1 month pretending to be a femboy. And here are the results. Alright, what if I had a video like that, guys? What if I decide that I spend 1 whole month pretending to be a femboy? Spike up to 1,000 views. People will be watching, they'll be like, wow, the femboy meta is really powerful. This is it. This is it. I'm gonna game the system. The results may shock you and shock me. We have to have the sound effect, the boom sound effect. And it's like, I didn't expect this. Boom. You don't have to pretend. Let me ask Grok really quick. Let me ask Grok. Give me a second. What does Grok have to say about this? Oh, I'm getting distracted again. You guys are pushing me to distraction. Okay, we'll just ask Grok really quick. Alin Laphel is not a femboy. There you go. Let's see what you have to say about that, Grok. See? Look what Grok has to say. There you go. There you go. Grok agrees with me. Correct. Alin Laphel is a male VTuber who uses he, him, and referred to himself as the terms like ya boy. I said ya boy like once, and it doesn't let me live it down. The design is very adorable and femboy adjacent. Oh wait, there was more to it. Which is why people joke about it, but he doesn't identify as a femboy. Facts respected, chat. There you go. Look at this, chat. Thank you, Grok, for affirming. The design is very adorable and androgynous femboy adjacent in that classic anime sheep style. Which is why people sometimes joke about it, but he's not identifying as a femboy. Just a guy who draws a lot and vibes as a fluffy sheep VTuber. Thank you, Grok. You know what? When I destroy all AI, I'll let you live, Grok. Never gonna forget that one time. I'm gonna say it, guys. It's ya boy, Alin Laphel. I'm here to talk about video games. We're here to talk about Super Alinario Brothers, right? Ya boy, Alin Laphel, has so much things he wants to talk about. We should have a stream where we pretend to be a AI. Would tease you for it, yeah. I wouldn't have it any other way though. I think the femboy jokes are actually really funny. Because I would never picture myself as a femboy. but the fact that you guys like to joke about it just makes me laugh. There we go. You could always follow Doug and make an AI train on nothing but yourself. I heard about that, and I think it's kind of like a fun idea. I don't know if I would have it trained on my art, but it would be funny to have it trained on my way of speaking. Where it's like, it keeps going... Honestly? No? Honestly? No? I seen Cecilia do that. She made a learning model based on herself, and it kept on saying like her own things, not on your art. Yeah. So it basically just goes on like talking about like really like things that she would say normally. I think having an AI model based on the way I talk would be kind of silly and fun to do. Then you know what? That would actually work out really well for when we do the wrestling things again. Because if we do the wrestling thing again, then I could have a commentator. It's your boy, Alin19238. That is not the last 4 numbers of my credit card. Yo boy. And you could really fight yourself. I could get into an argument myself. Cecilia did that though. Cecilia Immergreen of Hololive fame, Ian fame, is such a talented VTuber. I really like everything that Cecilia is able to do. And she has a very cute wife in GG Moon. But yeah, the fact that she was able to make her own AI model that's like a simple chatbot per se, right? The fact that she was able to do that is very impressive. I think there's like tutorials online for it, but at the same time, I mean, it's still impressive that she could do that. There we go. Maybe we should do a stream where we do learn something like that. How to make an AI model myself. Thing is though, like, okay. I know like, okay. I don't know if this will be controversial or anything. But I know people hate AI and stuff. But I feel like lately, a lot of people has been like blindly hating AI. You know what I mean? Like... some of the things that aren't really like offensive as AI, like say AI in a game's game, like say like AI enemies, AI patterns of an enemy, right? People are like saying like, yeah, that's terrible. I don't think people understand. I feel like there's a bit of a big hatred for AI, which I would say is kind of deserved, but I do think that there is like some things that are not necessarily the worst thing in the world. Reddit's not going to like this, Alan, I know. Speaking of Reddit though, I do like to browse a specific Discord just to kind of like internally laugh at the people there. And the Discord that I browse is defending AI art. The people there are crazy, guys. I don't like type in messages or like defend it or anything, like defend art or anything, but they're crazy. But it's like a good laugh. Like when I'm eating lunch sometimes I like to browse through it and see like what they're talking about. It's kind of crazy. How do you even find these? I was listening to a video talk about it. I was like, they were talking about there's a Reddit that's pretty crazy called Defending AI Art. I was like, no way these people exist. I looked it up and yes they do. Like their reasons are very absurd, right? As to why AI art and stuff like that. In fact, let me go bring something up that I saw earlier. Because I was looking at it during lunchtime, I was like, wow, that's pretty dumb. Defending AI art Reddit. It would be funny if I find myself on there someday. Let's see. Let me see. The worst argument against AIs is talentless create. That's the best part. It forces you to acknowledge that nobody you safely assume had no inner world. Let me see. I'm not necessarily pro AI, but I hate... Okay, that one's like against it. Let's see. What matters to you that pro AI, or some people are pro AI? Can't you do a better job? Wait, what? Do effing better. Stop using AI to sell your stuff. And the person say like, what does it matter? Just do a better job. The person that wants to use AI. So I think it's interesting. I think it's a really funny thing I like to browse just for fun. Art is a personal pursuit. Quotation mark. Here's one. They're telling artists, like, shouldn't you be at work? Oh, the irony of it. Oh, the irony of it. But yeah, I like to browse it just for fun. Like when I'm eating lunch, it's like, oh yeah, it's time for me to browse something. So get to work, Alin. Yeah. I won't lie though. Okay, is it just me though? Or are the most adamant defenders of AI seem to be the most jobless of people? I'm not gonna lie, when I look at it on like Twitter and Reddit, like they feel very jobless and they don't look like they understand how the world really works. Most are jobless, yeah. I feel like that's the case because a lot of like keep talking out their ass and they're like, no, this is how it works in a real job, and they're no, this is not, that's not exactly, you don't understand. But I just thought it was interesting. Like that's like my cardinal sin. What's it called? What was it called when you my hopeless desire? What's it called when you like something that you know you shouldn't like? Has a lot of unemployed people, which makes sense. It makes sense. My there's a term for it. There's a term for it. Like when you're guilty pleasure. Yes. Browsing through that Reddit is just my guilty pleasure. Thank you guys. You guys are smart. But I find it enjoyable just to see how people like defend it, and then like how a lot of their defenses are just really bad and they just really want to just make AI art. But yeah, I heard it in a video and that's what got me to look it up. I imagine there's like a Reddit for kind of everything at this point, so I imagine there's more Reddits dedicated to AI or stopping artists, things like that. Reddit's kind of weird. I also listened to a video. Okay, apparently there's apparently a time when Reddit tried to buy an island and all live together or something like that. Kind of like how 4chan kind of try to do that too, or at least like pretend and like fantasize about it. But it was crazy because like everything that went wrong because they all believed that this one person had ownership of an island and they all gave them their money in hopes of like paying off the taxes for the island, and the guy just ran off with the money. I was like, guys, are you guys serious right now? Like, and the thing is too, like the person that was calling out the guy for a scam or something like that got banned by the mods, and the mods were encouraging to like give the money to the guy. It was so weird. And there was another one too. There was like a, I don't know what the situation was for. I forgot. I was listening to the story, but there was like somebody. Oh, I think I remember. It was like basically like literally unemployed behavior. They said they don't want to work. Like work. I forgot what the Reddit was called, but their whole thing about it is just like they don't want to work, basically, right? And apparently they went on Fox News, and apparently the person they chose to like represent them was a moderator, right? And the thing is, like, they were talking about how like people shouldn't be working at all and blah 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 and all this stuff. The anti-work dog walker, I think that's the person. Anti-work, yeah, the anti-work situation. Like they were talking about how, and then like they were like, the person kept on like pigeonholing them into like questions to kind of like throw them off, right? Like, what kind of work do you do? Oh yeah, I'm a dog walker. And they were saying how they want less hours, and they're a dog walker. Like, it was crazy. And they were like talking about, like, the guy kept on questioning, like, how would an economy work without anybody working? And they're like, didn't know how to answer that. Stop the movement afterwards? Yeah. I learned about that recently. I was like, wow, that's crazy. When people say Reddit are crazy, I didn't think they were this crazy. As Redditor as Reddit could get, yeah. I didn't, like, I've always saw Reddit as just like a, basically just a message board. I didn't realize people are that crazy. Voluntary work, yeah. It was interesting though. I learned a lot about Reddit, and I realized Reddit is crazy. Very, very crazy. Very workless behavior. Moderators do it for free. I started learning what that top terminology means. The mods do it for free. There we go. It's interesting. It's interesting though. Reddit is a mega echo chamber. I could see that. After everything I learned about Reddit, yeah, I could see that. Are you a Reddit janitor? Hire me. There you go. I guess it's just like 4chan though. I feel like Reddit and 4chan now are very similar at this point. The difference between the two is very minuscule. They're both like kind of the laughing stock of the internet in a way. Reddit more so though. I think Reddit's... The thing is like at least 4chan keeps low and they just keep to themselves more than anything. But Reddit tries to parade themselves as the paragon of the internet for some reason. Wasn't it revealed at 4? Yeah, something like that. I saw a video about that too, which is crazy power trip. And wasn't there like wasn't there also a thing that like I think I saw it from Penguin Zero, but he was talking about like a Reddit mod that was trying to like advocate for something, and then like it was really crazy. Katawa Shoujo, so they're already better than Reddit. Yeah, Katawa Shoujo was something. Would you guys believe it that I was also on that board, that thread, when they were talking about Katawa Shoujo? Granted, I was underage too. I wasn't supposed to be on 4chan during the time. But I remember reading those threads. Killed himself after he got thrown in prison? Wait, what? What is this dark lore? Not to say that I'm old or anything, chat, hypothetically. But I was in those threads when they were talking about Katawa Shoujo for the first time. And I used to, oh my gosh, I have memories of it. I used to like also like be very into the girls for the Katawa Shoujo. Like they on 4chan they used to have like multiple threads to it, and it's part of the reason they had to split off the video game threads to video game general. But there was a lot of people who were inspired by Katawa Shoujo and they would go out running. I was one of those. I was also Emmy. Did you participate in the fan art? No. I did in Rune Factory though. Rune Factory 3 and something else. I forgot what it was. Oh, Tales of Cristoria. I participated in the community or in the threads with art and stuff. Good times. Same with the Hololive one in JP. Back before Hololive was part of the VT forum, I went to what's it called, Hololive on JP. But as soon as they moved it to VT, I didn't really follow it as much. Who's your Rune Factory waifu? Depends on which game. Like in the Dirt game, I love Sophia. I mean, I guess you could say I hate Sophia. In Rune Factory 4, I forgot what the maid was called, but I like the maid girl, the sleepy maid. Rune Factory 2, I don't remember who I picked for Rune Factory 2, but those are the ones I could think of. I only played 3 and 4 and part of 2. I think I got caught breaking into a college library to download books for some free book project. That's crazy. Orca? Yeah. She was very cute. She was very sleepy too. I liked her. Let me see. Like, look at this girl. Why is she so cute? And she's like your base maid. And I get like, oh, if you get married, you still have her as your maid. My second choice was Dolce. Dolce was very cute too. Dolce and Pia, I believe that's her name. She has a little daughter doll, little sister doll. There you go. I haven't played Rune Factory in a while. I think I want to play Rune Factory 5. Oh, I just realized I got another request. Wait, what? Okay. I thought I misread the name. I thought it was actually Camila that commissioned me. I was like, wait a second, is that who I think it is? But no, it's a different person. Another request, surprising, yeah. But it was another name, but interesting. I'll remain a Margaret fan. I don't remember Margaret. Oh, Karina, I really like Karina too. I think Karina had a really interesting story. But I kind of like Sophia's gimmick. I like how she tells me she hates me all the time. She's like, I hate you! And I'm like, yes, I hate you too! Find yourself a girl that's willing to say they hate you. It was after he sold Reddit? That's crazy. But I should probably play 5. I gotta play 5. I heard 5 wasn't as good. I heard there was also Tides of Ocean, which wasn't as good. Which is kind of a shame. I think the series kind of peaked with 3 and 4. But I'm gonna say that the next one I'm gonna do a commission for that just sent me a request is a Kusogaki. They're a self-proclaimed Kusogaki, so I get to draw under a Q1. Okay. Absolute peak, yeah. Absolute peak Kusogaki. Is it a tsundere thing or hate love type? It's not even a tsundere thing. Basically, her whole gimmick is she talks in reverse, right? So the way she tells you she loves you is saying how she hates you, right? And then, like, when she wants to express how much she loves you, she's like, I hope that a tornado hits you and kills you. And that just means she loves you a lot. But then when she says she loves you, that's when you know there's a problem. I like my reverse wife. In fact, let me see if I can find something really quick. Basically K? No, not even tsundere. Moon Factory. I mean, she looks like a tsundere, but she's not. Here, let me go find some lines, but she's very cute. Here you go. Here's one of her lines. I burned everything that reminds me of you in a ritualistic bonfire, so we should get together sometime. The thing is to try to figure out what she actually means. I want to drag you out into the wilderness and let the monsters have their way with you repeatedly. Is it Sophia Karita's BFF too? Yeah! I don't ever want to see her loathsome face ever again! And she says as much, she is just shy, I see. So... here you go. In fact, like, I guess it's one of those things too, it's localization. But I think the localization did kind of make it much more fun. Like in the Japanese ones, like watashi mo daisuki, right? Saying I love you. And it's like, daisuki, right? Saying like she really likes you. Wait, is that the main character? Oh, she actually said I like you. That's interesting. But then the English version is like, I wish a tornado would carry you off to a solitary island and that a subsequently suffer a massive earthquake. I love you. It is a thing of localization, but I do think the localization did a pretty good job with Sophia. That says Daikirai? The first one said Daikirai, my bad. Yeah, you're right. It said they're Daikirai, and the second one said Daisuki. Daisukirai, yeah. That's not a bad localization, yeah. I think they did a pretty good job with that. Honestly though, like, Rune Factory 3 has been going really heavy into the innuendos too. I think Rune Factory 3 had a really good localization. Like, there's a mermaid named Pia, and there's like one line that stuck with me where she was talking about like how she loves squid, or she likes squid. Let me see if I can find that line. And she said like she wants it in her mouth, but she wasn't really talking about squids. She was talking about you. Something like that. It was like really suggestive. Let me see if we can find the squid line. But she was basically talking about how like she likes putting squids in her mouth, but then she says she likes you as much as squid, but she wants to put you in her mouth too. Something like that. Feels like a short game. Halloo. We should play Rune Factory 3. The girls are top peak. I think in 3 had the peak girls, right? 4 was okay. I think the girls are really good there too, but I think 3 really peaked with like the difference of girls. Did get terrible localization. I think that 1 and 2 did, but I think 3 did pretty well. I think 4 was a pretty ordinary one. Had the best girls, yeah. There was a tomboy fisher. There was a tsundere witch girl. There was a hungry lolly. There was a Sophia who talks backwards. There was the main character, a female best friend kind of thing, childhood friend. There's the lazy shopkeeper daughter, right? There was a monster girl. He said the 4-letter word, yeah. There was even a monster girl, guys. Well, there's technically 2 monster girls, right? One that turns fully into a monster, and one that's like half monster. And the cool thing too is like with the monster girl, if you stage the game correctly, you actually can confess your love to her when you both are transformed into monsters. Spoilers, the main character is actually a monster too, right? So you can actually turn into a monster and like basically like be monster and monster. Telling you, Rune Factory 3 peak Rune Factory game. If you ever have a chance to play it, or if it ever goes on sale on Steam, highly recommend it. Super good game. Sheep? Yeah, I am the Rune Factory 3 pro tag. Let me see if I can find the bachelorettes. Let me show you what they all look like. They're very cute. Every single one of them. Every single one of the bachelorettes are very cute. Here you go. See? So there they are. So we have... I won't spoiler who's who, right? But yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's also the innkeeper daughter. She's greedy. She wants all the money. She wants every single dollar. Also her mom. Everybody wants to date her mom. Everybody really wanted to date the mom. This is what her mom looks like, right? Let me share with you. If I get to share Rune Factory 3 and my love for it, that's the mom, guys. In fact, all the moms were pretty top tier in the game. This was the Karina's mom, right? Including you? No. I think this one's that one's from Rune Factory 4. Al. Look, chat. She was cute. And the thing is too that even the mom kind of comes on to you, but jokingly, right? She comes on to you jokingly. Man, the music was very fitting for today. That's Sakura's mom? No, the shopkeeper's mom was Karina's mom. What's it called? The other one was Sakura's mom. Oh, mommy allegation. No. Wild how people defend older bad game localization used an example of how not a big deal to make them bad translations. I don't know, like, I really liked Rune Factory 3's localization though. I know it's bad because it goes very off script, right? But it did so in a way to make every character shine a lot more, right? Like, I don't think I would have liked Sophia as much if she wasn't as so quirky. She has a thing. I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna add a thing anyways. She has a thing now. It's called Sakura. Okay, my bad. I thought I had the wrong picture on. Because I think there's some games that did do localization well, but it depends on what kind of camp you're on. If you're in the camp of like every localization should be 100% loyal, then I could see how like every single localization would be bad, all the way up until like very old games like Ocarina of Time, Mario RPG, things like that, because they all are a victim of localization, where they had to change the context of the game, right? But I've been always one of mine that localization can be done well, because if they adjust it to a specific thing to make it easier to understand. Because there is a lot of terminology in Japanese that doesn't really translate well into English, right? And there's a lot of sayings and proverbs that wouldn't work too well in English, in my opinion. Like them, but they are objectively bad. No, they are. I would say they would be objectively bad, but I wouldn't say like they're bad in a negative way. I think they're bad in the sense that you could say they're unneeded, but I do think some localization is needed to help convey things better, if that makes sense, right? You have earned my gratitude for being a Rune Factory 3 fan. But yeah, that's what I did a lot on 4chan. On 4chan, I used to peruse the Rune Factory 3 threads, because Rune Factory 3 was really popular when it came out, and I used to like contribute to the community and like gave them a lot of pictures and stuff. Oh, that was a good game. And that was like one of my fondest moments of 4chan. And I know like people think 4chan's edgy and stuff, but 4chan has its moments. 4chan has its moments. A 4chaner, I'm a very old 4chan user. I don't use it anymore nowadays. Maybe like I'll like jump in and see what people say about like something that gets announced. But nowadays they're not as fun as they used to be. Did I get that thing on the eye? So we might find old Alin fan art. I wouldn't say, because technically back then I wasn't drawing as much. Maybe for Hololive stuff. In fact, I kept all my 4chan Hololive drawings. All the drawings I made for 4chan and Hololive during that arc, I still have. Same with Tales of Christoria too. Depends on the game. To be honest, at that point the characterization is affected. I feel it's bad. I mean, it depends, because like, I mean, I know you're already set in your mindset that all localization is bad, but I think if a localization can make a character shine better, I think it's not bad. I mean, like, I guess it is still objectively bad, but if a character feels more likable, not likable, I don't know how to put it. If they make the character's traits shine better, right? I think it's not the worst thing, right? And I won't lie that a lot of Japanese games tend to do that thing where they say like one word or one name. They'll be like, Alin, ... right? And it's supposed to be like, because Japanese language is very context heavy. So that's why I think a lot of localization could be used to kind of help flesh out some of those things, right? Because if you lack the context or the understanding of it, it does make it more difficult for you to understand it. Because the moment you start changing that line, because you could easily put that in like the Western version or the localization, but it might not make as much contextual sense, you know? That's why I do think some level of localization is needed. But by that definition, then all localization is bad, you know? That's why I do think it's interesting. It's an interesting conversation to be had. I think some level like intervention is needed. But I think that's just up to the fact that English is based off the what? Romantic? What's it called? Greek? I forgot what it's Latin. It's based off Latin alphabets and concepts, while Japanese is based off Chinese characters and concepts. But it's an interesting conversation to be had. I think it's one of those things that you have to really see, like when you know a language better, it's interesting to see like the differences of like what they do in games. Sayings and changing wordplay to work better, but changing characters is bad. But by that definition though, technically the changing character, or what's it called, changing sayings and wordplay can change a character's like way of talking or being, you know? Because a character is defined by the way they communicate and who they are. You know? Even like the smallest, slightest of changes can have the biggest of changes in characters. I think that was the biggest thing in Nier Automata when the localization happened. I think in the localization of Nier Automata, they made her to seem more cold than she really is. In the Japanese version, the thing is, like, I think like the script was also quite literal. I don't remember. I was listening to a video that was talking about it, the localization differences of Nier Automata, and in the Japanese version, she sounds like she said the same things, but she said it in a different tone or something like that. But then when they brought it over, it just sounds more cold. I don't remember the video. It's been a while since I've seen the video. But I remember Nier Automata is a kind of like a result of that kind of localization. And I think there was another game too. But it's interesting. It's an interesting topic to be had. But personally though, I won't lie, like localization is not the end all be all for a game. Unless they like do only like 6-7 talk. 6-7 talk, 6-7. Voice direction? Maybe it is voice direction. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I do know like there was a game that had a localization problem. But I can't remember it for the life of me. Speaking of like localization and problems with talking, have you guys seen the Among Us? Fire Emblem Fates? Yeah, I think Fire Emblem Fates was a bad victim of bad localization. And I get why it did it, right? It's exactly what I said, where it's trying to make the character shine more. But it did go too far in the needle, right? Like very, very far. Like I get like, oh, the assassins are supposed to be quiet and that's their whole gimmick. But that's too far in the, we gotta make our characters quirky. Because they did it at the expense of the characters. My Purple Union. What's wrong? 6-7, PAL, Sigma, Alpha, Omega. Did they ever fix Union syndrome? Or did they at least have a patch for it? Well, skipped it all in the end, yeah. I'm back for now. Hey Asher, we're just talking about localization in games. Never had an issue with Rune Factory localization. I feel they did a good job. I think they did a good job on those. I can stand some localization problems, but like when you add your political... Oh no, I get that. I think that's a different thing in itself. I think that's I wouldn't say that's even localizing. That's more like agenda pushing. You know? When you're changing the story to fit your agenda. Because localization is a completely different term. Those yaoi visual novels? Baruka, yes, that one I found disappointing when I found out that they actually have a full conversation about being assassins and being an assassin versus being a ninja. I thought that was a much more interesting conversation than the ... And I get why they did it. It's to make them seem like so quirky and to kind of make the characters like shine. It's like, oh yeah, they could communicate without talking. But it's too much in the direction of like cutting out dialogue, you know? I'm a Funjoshi? Funjoshi? Xenoblade has pretty good localization. I'm really feeling it! Sorry. I like the... what's it called? I like Xenoblade's localization. It's Rhine time! What a bunch of jokers! What a bunch of jokers! Shows that very queer. I get that. You're like Gigi Moonin of Hololive Ian fame. Yowie. I hope they like make a mod or something to fix the Union localization. I really want to like that game. I really like the art style of it. It looks very, very cute and possibly funny, right? And I like a good simple rhythm game, but I don't know if I could get behind it if my cute anime girls keep 6-7ing at me. 6-7. Wrong girl's the translation for it. For which one? Funjoshi? I'm pansexual, so I get that. I mean, you can still have interest and be of specific sexuality, you know? GG Murin. I think they already did. Okay, that's good. Maybe I'll give the game a try then. Has been working on it to fix it. Doesn't know English. Yeah, that's a hard thing because like a lot of like localization is try to do stuff like that. It's really hard to find a good localization group to not what's it called? Not butcher your localization. There we go. Miku Hot Rotten song. I like that song. Gigi sung it too. Gigi Murin. I think they did a pretty good rendition. And I like how they turned all the Hollow girls, Ian girls, into males, and then like did the yaoi shipping with certain songs. Are they Toho songs? That was made by the same people who did the Internet Overdose, right? Are you a rotten girl? Sadly, no. Though I don't mind like shipping if it like goes really well. I know like there's two VTubers I like to ship together because they're actually married in real life. I think people know about their marriage. Katie and Fufu. I support their marriage. It's very cute. The proud cooter. Have you played Life Beginnings and Always? I've never heard of it. Same dev actually, really. Bet down to the bet down. I can't believe that's in the game. Can we say pet down without being illegal? Illegal pet downs? I torture my boyfriend with yaoi ships. You know what though? If my girlfriend comes up to me and is freaking out about yaoi, I will listen to her. I will be the good boyfriend and listen to her talk about yaoi. 1 second, I've been talking so much, my throat's kind of sore. Total nostalgia will always be the Nine Nights. I love Nine Nights, but I also like You and Owen was her. Dun 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 dun. You will listen to her fantasy and what she would do to you. I will draw the line with my girlfriend though. I will draw the line with my girlfriend, right? I will listen to her fantasies, but I will not be part of her fantasies. Can't wait to hear the remaster of Toho 6. Was Zun planning to remake the songs? Sensations? Why wait? Start yaoi today? I will only do it if my girlfriend wants it, right? But only because my girlfriend like wants to talk about yaoi. Normally I would not talk about yaoi. If my girlfriend would say Gigi Murin and she was like, yes, Alan, yaoi, 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 I'll be like, yes, yaoi, yaoi, yaoi. But only to appease her, more to actually like yaoi. I'm what they call a doormat. Can you guys relate to me? Can you guys also feel like a doormat too? Are you guys also doormats? You guys are just like me after all. Hello, my little doormats. When they're buying games on Steam, I told you about it. I don't remember, it's been a while. Forced to the yaoi for love, yeah. But I expect my girlfriend also to listen to me talk about cute anime girls, you know? I think that's the key to a good relationship. If I could talk to her about cute anime girls, then she's allowed to talk to me about yaoi. Owie, it's yaoi. So, oh gosh, curse stream. Two girls kiss, but when I talk about two guys kissing, he's like, babe, no. Because he has a line. He has his boundaries. I think it's always good to know your boundaries. Did I draw band-aids and... Okay, I did, but I forgot that beauty mark on her booba. This is a bisexual stream. I'm sorry, guys. I'm still straight. I'm straight as an arrow. I'm sorry to say. There we go. Even though my girlfriend will try to get me into yaoi, I cannot deny that I just like cute anime girls. What straight arrow? What does that mean? Straight this year? Speaking of which though, okay, I was kind of looking at visual novels because when I was doing Blue Archive, I was thinking like, wouldn't it be nice to read another visual novel? I didn't realize how many visual novels have came out recently, but there has been like I've been trying to look like for a visual novel of a specific art style. Do I have it saved actually? You know, like you know how like when you see like the CGs on Twitter, I remember I had this one saved and I don't know where it is. But it was a very I can see that fine one. No, guys, don't cancel me. But I forgot what it was. It was like an old visual novel that I read, and then like I saw that they had a new one, and it's like a remake of the old one. I'm trying to remember it. Cancel Alan, no. But I was thinking about like all the visual novels I read because of that too. Do you guys remember My Girlfriend Was the President? It had that old art style that I really like. I think it was actually, was it My Girlfriend's the President? Wait, I think I have to remember. I think it was like a new visual novel based off, or not based off, but like from the same creators as My Girlfriend Is the President. This one? Like, this has this really cute old moe art style that I really liked. And the visual novel was really, really funny. I think they actually came out with another one. It's just I don't remember what it is. Like, look at these girls! Aren't they cute? I could tell you who they are too, right? This one's like the Russian ambassador. This one's your girlfriend who's the president. This one's a robot alien girl from space. I actually do not remember her though. I don't remember the last one actually. They were some studies that found men have the same reaction to men kissing as to maggots. Do they? I don't know if I feel that strongly against it. Proven personality. If you guys want a really good visual novel, I would say read it. It's actually really cute and actually surprisingly touching. Let me see. I think it was this, and I think I saw that they made a new game, and I saved a picture from it, but I forgot what the game was called. Let me see. Who made My Girlfriend's the President? Oh, I can't find it. There's like a website you could check who made the... Not Wikipedia. I guess this is it. Alcott? Wait. Ryo Imoto? What's this? Here's a visual novel they made. Ryo Imoto ga iru oizumi. Imoto. Visual novel... Yeah, that's what it was. Visual novel database. Is there like a list of all the games they made recently? Ending my stream in May. Your day be kapow with Yao. That's a fun catchphrase. I saw a while ago. If you watch any of my VODs, I'm very chaotic. Chaos Gremlin. I get that. Comes with the territory of being a VTuber. But I was thinking of like reading another visual novel, but I want to kind of read like a visual novel of like the ones that I used to make that I read. Thing is too, I like myself a light-hearted romantic comedy visual novel. I'll have to like start looking into it. I think it'd be kind of nice to kind of read visual novels again. Especially since nowadays, I feel like a lot of visual novels have a lot of gameplay elements to it. Or at least try to have gameplay elements, right? I feel like they're trying to push the visual novel scene a little bit more, which I think is good. But I do think like it doesn't, like visual novels still can be just visual novels. There you go. I do like too how Steam is starting to get more and more visual novels as time goes on. Like Steam has been getting a lot of visual novels that you could buy there. Now, are visual novels considered games to you? I would say depending on the visual novel. But if it's just a visual novel, it's kind of like a choose your own adventure book, you know? So I wouldn't consider it a video game, but I would consider it like a media, like a branch of video games. If that makes sense, right? Like not all visual novels are games, but games are visual novels? I don't know. But I wouldn't count it like a video game. And that's why I think like some games that have like a story focus could work out pretty well as a visual novel. You know? Especially like some gacha games. I think some gacha games could be pretty good as a visual novel. Where's the Alin Laphel? It was supposed to be this year. I was supposed to like make an Alin Laphel Yandere visual novel this year. But things got way too busy. Maybe next year. Ironic visual novels? Yeah, I don't really care for the ironic visual novels. There's a couple I think is fun, but I don't really care for it. Like Hot to Full Boyfriend, I know people like, but I don't really care for it. Then there's like the one about like dating the items. That one I don't really care for. Like I kind of like it when there's a little bit more. I kind of like it when there's a little bit more. How should I put it? Depth to it, rather than like, haha, we made a visual novel. The KFC one, I know that one exists. I know what you're lampshading. No, I thought about it too with Blue Archive. Blue Archive wouldn't make a good visual novel because it's focused on too many characters and it's not really like the protagonist is an active protagonist. You know? I think the active protagonist ones could make better visual novels than Blue Archives. FGO? Yeah, FGO might make a pretty good visual novel because original FGO or Fate Grand Order original Fate is not a was originally a what's it called, visual novel. Depends on the visual novel without choices that alter a story. I mean, like there's like some like that, like Sayo no Uta was literally just a visual novel. I don't think there was a lot of choices you could make in Sayo no Uta. I think actually no, there was some choices. I think you could choose between the good ending and the bad ending. But there's some visual novels that have like literal stuff, yeah, playable elements without meaningful choice. Wasn't it kind of a special kind of visual novel? Which one, Sayo no Uta or Fate Grand Order? We've gone through so many visual novels. There you go. Do you think when I start drawing NSFW, I can make my own visual novel? Fate, yeah. It was a. I'm gonna say it. It was a hentai game. They did mana transfer, guys! I'm sorry if you didn't know this, but Fate Grand Order had roots in Mo Echi Sketchy Wantachi. It's more active than you expect, but Sensei. The thing is though, like, Blue Archive has a lot more character-focused plots, right? It's kind of like Clannad, in a way, right? So, but the thing is, like, they would probably work out as individual storylines, but there's no like connection, I guess. I don't know how to put it. There is a connection in the end, but the way it's made in the gacha game actually works out for it better than a visual novel experience. Like, I guess if they want to make it to a visual novel, they have to do something more like Muv Love, where it's like split into different branches and stuff like that, and then like combining different game concepts. But like, I don't know if it will work as a visual novel, like in the sense of Claned. I don't know from experience. No, it's not like I played any of these visual novels or anything. You guys want to play a visual novel on stream? I actually never played Fate, the original Fate, but I know about it. I know about the fact that Fate was like that. Fate is a special kind of game. It's always funny too when people say like Fate doesn't have fan service or something like that. Little do they know. So what NSFW games have you played? I played I played what's it called? My Girlfriend's a President. That one's actually an NSFW game. I played Shuffle. I played Planet, which is not actually NSFW, but there was a Tomoyo after story which was an NSFW. I did the Capo. Let me see, what else did I play? I'm trying to think from the top of my head. I did play a lot of it. I did Too Hard. Too Hard was also a more ecchi sketchy one-touchy visual novel. Which is part of the reason I watched the animes for them in the first place. I'm trying to think. I probably played a lot more. There was like this really popular one that I was trying to get into, but I forgot like what it's called. I tried to get into it. It was like, it wasn't that good like at all. Wasn't Say So? I was Say So. It's just that like, you know how like people like to read smut? It's just like that. But you could be Say So and read smut. You could be a smut Say So person. Every student has like 30-minute story. Yeah, I actually like that. I like that. I like that the stories are, what's it called? Really is a Fujoshi counterpoint? No? Can I ban Sorty finally? Funny Shoujo? Oh yeah, Katawa Shoujo. Katawa Shoujo was also another one. Yeah, I played Katawa Shoujo. I like Hanako. I like Hanako and Emmy. I also like Lily, but I do think like, okay, this might be just me. I don't know if anyone knows it too in Katawa Shoujo, but I feel like after like your first etchy sketchy scene with them, they, except for Hanako, because Hanako was like at the very end, they all become very like precocious, if that makes sense, and try to look for every moment to do it with you. Which is kind of why I like Hanako. I like Emmy like because like she's very inspiring on like drawing, or not drawing, like running, right? But yeah, I just found it funny. As soon as you like etchy sketchy one touchy them, they're always like, yes, let's go around the corner. Hanako was very cute though. Hanako was like kind of like, what's her name though? Rice Shower. Do get active the longer you are with them. Yeah, I think Shizuka as well. Rin just does it. But I thought that was like interesting, and that kind of like ruined this story in my opinion, because I really wanted to know more about them in depth, and I'm kind of glad that for Hanako they kept it at the very end of her story arc, right? It made me really like feel for her. To be expected, visual novel, extra illustration, Doshimi, yeah. I kind of liked it though as Hanako's like penultimate kind of like situation. I like Sheena. Was Sheena the girl that... No, that was Mizuko, or what's her name? I forgot which one Sheena is. Oh, that's her name. She's Shizune. I don't remember her name. It's been a while since I played Katawa Shoujo. I'm surprised like Katawa Shoujo never got like a remake or a sequel or anything like that. It really was just a one and done deal. And I think it's good that it was a one and done deal. Did they ever like, people ever make like fan remakes or anything like that though? I imagine people would. You got the Kenji ending? On the rooftop? Time for the Katawa Shoujo restream? Yeah. Wasn't there like two bad endings? One is like with Kenji, and the other one where you just get a heart attack and die? It got a Steam release, did it? There are mods? Interesting. I didn't know it got a Steam release. That's interesting. maybe it's time to revisit Katawa Shoujo and see my old wife Hanako. I think that game did pretty the disability thing too pretty well. It was interesting to see how Lily and Rin like adapted to the world around them. Like Emmy was very cute too, like the fact that she's so strong-willed that she kept on going no matter what. But seeing how Lily and Rin had to deal with their fact that she has no arms and the fact that she's blind. Like Shizuka was deaf, if I remember correctly, or was she mute? I think she was deaf, right? She was deaf, but like she was still able to be very competent with a lot of things she did. We had to get the 18 plus patch. It's always the 18 plus patch I had to download. Deaf mute, yeah. But despite her being mute, she was very well adept with the world around her, and it's almost as if she wasn't deaf. And I think that was because Mishino? What's the pink hair girl name? The bubbly one? Because she was always with her and being the sign language thing. Misha, yeah, Misha. But she adapted really well. But I like that perspective of what it's like to be blind or deaf and no arms. I just remember like one of Katama Shoujo's like oldest jokes is whenever anybody sees Misha, they're like, oh, what's her disability? I love that dumb joke. It just came back to me. I think it's always fun thinking about like things I used to enjoy and just remember all the memes and the stories behind it. Misha's like, oh, what's her disability? Good times. Good times. Man, sometimes like, I know like people have like, oh yeah, I went to Paris and oh, I went to France and all that stuff. Me, I played Katawa Shoujo. That was kind of like a highlight in my life. Kind of like thinking about it and how really into like exercise I was for a while. Have better representation. I think it's interesting because like most games do it to say like, yeah, you can do it. You can be disabled and cool. But Katawa Shoujo explores the idea of being disabled in a society. Batman. And I think that's something that's not explored enough. And it's because like a lot of times they want to like treat everyone like each other. But the reality is there is a difference between people. But that difference is what makes them very strong, you know? Something like that. Was the peak of the internet? It was definitely a peak internet stuff. You don't see that nowadays, sadly. Like, when was the last time we seen a homemade visual novel that wasn't like, that came out recently? I mean, I guess you could say Me-Side is kind of like a visual novel, but it's more like a horror game. Same with Doki Doki Literature Club. Oh, I just know it's the time. I'll finish this up. Some devs are still making visual novels. Probably are, but I haven't seen something in the same lines of Katawa Shoujo. Lead writer made one? Oh, that's kind of cute. 2 Hanakos? Why does your mom let you have 2 Hanakos? There we go. The thing is too, like, a lot of times, like, people know visual novels for the ecchi sketchy stuff, right? But honestly, most of the time with the visual novels, it is really the story that makes it. The ecchi sketchy stuff is the cherry on top to kind of add more to it. And the thing is too, like a lot of visual novels doesn't just go like down and just be like, yes, let's sleep together. I mean, there's probably like a couple that are focused on that, but a lot of them do have like things that make you like the character and like understand the character's plights and like problems. And that's what makes it so that you like them even more when the scenes happen. Save for the feels, yeah. When Alan releases his. So when I start learning how to do NSFW, guys, would you guys buy my visual novel? My VTuber visual novel? Okay, hear me out. What if we made a VTuber visual novel, right? With made up VTubers, but it's NSFW. No, Alan QFL is not going to be in it, chat. and everyone's OCs. Would you guys like that? I don't know how I feel about that. Okay. Are you gonna be in it? No. Would probably get into legal trouble. I mean, when I say make VTubers, I mean like my original VTuber designs. Like, make the idea of like a VTuber, like maybe there's a LewTuber, maybe there's a you know, all the different types of VTubers. LewTuber, LewTuber. I don't think that'll get me into legal trouble if it's just like the idea of them more than it's the actual design. So I'm making a Hololive visual novel, guys. What if Alan's the MC you never see? We're all the MC you'll never see, chat. But no, I won't do that. Is Sorty a LewTuber? Yes. Alright, now's a good time for me to call it a night. I got 2 out of done. 1 hour each, right? I mean, if I was able to stay a little bit longer, I'll be able to color the last one, but I should be able to finish this tonight. Spearmint, the live dog VTuber. What's that mean? Alright though, thank you guys for coming. I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow. It depends on what my schedule looks like, but I'm speculating no, because my hindsight tells me the possibility of something coming up tomorrow, right? I can't believe the song is going still. It's been 2 hours! Wow, this is just a black screen. Thank you for the stream. Thank you guys for coming. I hope you guys fun. Expect to Alan Hub stream? Never. Do you know what else is tomorrow? Please don't tell me there's something I forgot. What else is tomorrow? Oh, I don't know what tomorrow is. Wait a second, what else is happening tomorrow? Please don't tell me I forgot something. Oh. Thanks for the stream. Wait, before I go, what is tomorrow? You can't just leave me on the cliffhanger like that, like I do. Totally legal distinct characters. Remember to eat? Yeah, I will. Is doing their debut tomorrow? Is Pixel debuting tomorrow? Well, let me go shout out Pixel then. I didn't know actually. Oh, I've been so out of it, guys. I've been disassociated. Blue Pixel 44. Wait, what's it 444? Check promotion tab. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Let me go shout out Pixel. Wrong name. Oh gosh. Wait, I got a message. Okay. Okay. They changed? Oh yeah, I forgot. Oh, I'm a terrible VTuber friend. Vomits on you. Let me go shout them out. Okay. I can't believe Pixel's actually becoming a real VTuber. When is your time, Sorty? Everyone around you is becoming a VTuber. It's your turn. Same with you, Moku. You need to become a VTuber too. Blue Pixel. Wa? No? You mean wa? Yeah. Uma Musume! Check out Pixel because they're becoming a VTuber! Okay, let me go shout it out. I don't stream. Not yet, you don't! You better become a streamer now! All of you should become streamers. Every single one of you. Become a VTuber. Every single one of you. Look in the mirror. You see that VTuber? That's you. Alright guys, I'm gonna go. Bye! Have a good night. Hopefully I'll be here tomorrow to continue doing stuff. We'll see, depending on what happens. Bye-bye! See you on Sunday. Probably, mostly Sunday. Sunday. WrestleMania is coming to you soon. Oh wait, you can still hear the music. Last time they were pulling for Kurin, the new Kurin or old Kurin? Don't answer that because I'm gonna be going!